Fuck Pete Evans. Oh, Jelly. We could do the Pete Evans thing. Folks, should we do the Pete Evans thing tonight? This is some good shit. This is some good shit. I reckon we do the Pete Evans thing. Let's start off. Let's do the fucking Pete Evans thing. Give me a sec to get some resources together. Why do I have... Oh, I've got the channel points thing up. Bro, hi Jacinta, how you doing? Hi everyone, let me say hi to everyone really quickly. Hello Feast. Hello Kez. Hello Jelly. Hello redeeming that nothing, by the way. Broken, of course. Dell. Jacinta. Rendenderen.
Welcome to the Rogue Room.
Welcome to the Rogue Room, friend. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. Alright. Let's start from the beginning. It's funny because I've looked this up so many times because I looked it up for cancelled. And now the top result whenever I type Pete Evans is Pete Evans Nazi. If the fucking stocks were still a thing, not the money kind, he would be left in them forever. I don't think he would, honestly. That's the sad thing. People like him have a tendency to bounce back. Same with Israel Folau in the let me just look up what exact. In the Footy People. Israel Folau, for those who don't know, in 2018, 2019, he was cast out of the NRL for being extremely homophobic. Blaming it on his religion and all that. It's like, my religion says people aren't allowed to be gay, blah, 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 blah. Got kicked out of the NRL for that, and there was recently discussion about bringing him back. COVID is a punishment to the gays. These are the words of the footy person. Of a footy person. Yeah, no, God isn't real, but to them it is. Again, I take a very Nietzschean approach, a very Zarathustrian approach to God. God is dead. We now live in an age. Why am I talking about this here? Fuck. I'm gonna have to auto mod shit now. I'm just gonna chill here in the starting soon screen before we kick off. Unlike Israel Folau, who is a massive homophobe and thus banned from the footy ball. Fuck him. God caused the bushfires because he's mad about gay marriage. Oh fuck. Yeah, all those billion animals were fucking gay. They were all gay, and it was God's will to strike them down. This is what these people actually believe. I gotta figure out exactly what's the perfect distance to be sitting away from my microphone, by the way. I can't tell. I'm about 6 to 8 inches away from it right now. Sure he's not some weird troll. No, he's a legit imbecile. Legitimate imbecile. It's unsurprising. I mean, as close as possible. That puts me here and it peaks the mic a fucking ton. I really want a really good high fidelity microphone, honestly. Hello folks, my name is Abigail Beck. Welcome to Rogue Bitch. You are chilling out here in the Rogue Room where we are going to dive right in to a discussion about two problematic Australian celebrities, one being celebrity chef Pete Evans and the other being celebrity NRL football player who got kicked out of the footy ball, Israel Folau. Cute AF makeup. I'm looking cute. Thank you, folks. This is the aesthetic I want to strive for. Already broken the terms of the titles, yeah. I didn't do my button up. I got a button at the back of this, and I didn't do it up. Don't look at my armpits, that's naughty. And we'll do my posture check in a second. Ah! The Australian dickhead trinity, Folau, Evans, and Hansen. At the very least, though, right? Yeah. Do you like the eye makeup? Yeah. I got... It's a look. I'm shook. This was $4. Armpit. I got this. BYS blue palette. $4, dude. And it's got some banging colors in it. And I'm like, now I'm turning into a bit of a makeup guru. So, yeah. Love that for me. Anyway, I'm gonna buy some more makeup soon. I'm running out of foundation. I actually ran out of primer tonight. So, this is on like the most thin layer of primer I could manage. Anywho, how's everyone doing before we get into things? How is everyone hanging? I actually have... Hello, Turquoise. How you doing? I actually have tea instead of coffee tonight. I think I have some ELF stuff. Eyes, lips, face. I haven't tried Australis yet, I don't think. Are they vegan? Can I ask that? Is that offensive to ask if it's vegan? Like, I know you're vegan, so I want to ask if those particular brands are vegan. Genuinely out of respect. Like... You're doing fantastic, Kibby. I'm glad to hear it. Can you get a hype in chat? And from the lovely Abigail, because 5 days until you see your man for the first time in a year, get some hype in the chat for Jelly, please. Very polite, gentle hype. Very chill hype. That's awesome to hear, Jelly. That is awesome to hear. On an unrelated note, you found a meme where someone face swapped MJ onto Mr. Adolf's face. Hitler. There we go. We got some kitty cat hype. Can't wait to kiss him with your mask on. Good shit. How's your favorite stream? I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. I had some weird, like, muscular pain around my chest when I woke up this morning. Like, around my ribs. Felt like it was being squashed. It's sort of gone away as the day has gone on. But I woke up and it's like my chest was being crushed under the weight of a ton of bricks or something. I don't fucking know. So that was fun, but other than that, it's been a pretty chill day. I've eaten entirely too much food for the record. I am way over my calorie count. I expect that the scales are going to go up tomorrow, which I hate. I measure myself on Mondays, and Sunday comes before Monday, and Sunday is morning tea with the family, where we eat a bunch of fucking food. You'll post a link to the mic you use. Sounds good. Broken. There you go. Have I dislocated a rib? I doubt it. I was doing, imagine my back is laying on a bench. I had dumbbells and I was doing these, which are, are my alerts turned off? Yes, they are. Sorry. Welcome to the Rogue Room, Pluto Kia. How the heck are you, friend? Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. Lots of love from India. Appreciate seeing you here. Hope you're doing well. My alerts were turned off. Yeah, let me get my headphones on actually as well, because we've got the music on, and even though I know you probably can't hear it, I do worry about the music reverberating through the microphone. I've had that problem happen in the past when I didn't have filters on, but, you know, proud of me? Thank you. Okay, so, shall we start with Israel Folau, or should we start with, I feel like I know more intently about Pete Evans.
Welcome to the Rogue Room.
Brad Wentros, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us, friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good one. Let me see here. So, let me see if I can find the specific posts, because one of these happened back in late 2019. Oh no, sorry, early 2019. Is the Israel Folau thing happened back in April 2019, as far as I can tell, and the Pete Evans thing happened closer to like the tail end of 2020. We're talking about two problematic Australians. Because just for those who wanted a refresher on how shitty of a person Pete Evans is, how shitty of a person Israel Folau is. So we're going to start with Pete Evans. We'll start with Pete Evans. He's an easy target. Very chill vibes, by the way. Okay, so let me see here. Let me see if I can find the best story for it. I've done research on this, so I can speak from like experience. Just let you drop in. Have a good stream. She said, not doing great. Sorry, Turquoise. I think I saw your message and I forgot to read it. And everything's happening so fast. Sorry. Going to the driving range. Ooh, have fun playing golf. That sounds fun. Have a good one. Thank you so kindly for being here. I hope you feel better soon. Your fiance is helping you sort out the PS2. What are you going to play? You know what I really wish would get a remaster from the PS2 days? The Warriors. Did you folks ever play The Warriors? Yes, please fill me in if you do good. I hope you do. I never played Golden Axe, no. Dark Watch should get a remaster. Watching Holy Moly, which is mini golf meets Wipeout. Trying to play Soul Calibur 3. Oh, yeah. So wait, which one is Golden Axe? I know that name. Let me have a look. And Cowboy Vampire Halo. Is that what Dark Watch is? Oh, Golden Axe was that one that had a leaked... What was it? Cancelled prototype? Yeah, there was a cancelled prototype that was released or something recently as well. Or a cancelled remake. Oh yeah. A working proof of concept prototype of the planned Golden Axe reboot, posthumously titled Golden Axed. Bit on the nose. A cancelled prototype received a limited one-day release on Steam in October 18, 2020. Movie was good. Glad. Yes, I love the Warriors. But yeah, the game, fucking incredible. Yeah, Golden Axe was from the Amiga days, and I think they were going to remake it, but obviously it didn't happen. Oh, I remember seeing the cover art for this. I never played it, but I do remember seeing the cover art for this particular game. This is what kind of sucks about my gaming history. It feels like it's so limited. I feel like there are so many awesome games that I've just missed over the years, and the way that the technology has been built, especially with regards to console games, makes it so prohibitive to go back and play old games. So like if I wanted to go back and play this, PlayStation 2, I have a PlayStation 2 sitting around, but I mean, good luck finding a copy of this. And then good luck finding a capture card that would be able to connect to the PS2 so I could stream it. That'd be fun. This got auto-modded for Alex Jones and cunts. Oh, fuck. He won't tolerate QAnon cunts. So he doesn't buy into the QAnon conspiracy like the people who do buy into the QAnon conspiracy? Interesting. I'll have to see what he said on that. I haven't watched an Alex Jones video. I don't know if I'm allowed to, because as far as I know, like with every fucking website on the planet, Alex Jones is... As far as I know, is he banned on Twitch? He's banned on YouTube, on Twitter, I think, Facebook. It's amazing the man still has an audience, because he's been effectively silenced on every platform that's possible. Getting a trip down memory lane, I know. It's good to... No, I'm not against emulating. I just, I'm lazy. He's still a right-wing conspiracy theorist. Let's not praise him exactly. He's still one of those people who spreads absolutely insane tinfoil hat theory, so I wouldn't want to go encouraging his bullshit. Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, Eddie Bravo ep is hilarious. As terrible as they all are. I do believe I've watched clips of it. I've never watched a full Joe Rogan podcast. And for the record, I hate... I hate everything that it seems Joe Rogan stands for. Again, I believe he is very much an into the alt-right pipeline, so I have very little respect for him, but I do have some respect for his older set that he used to do his podcast in. Once he went to Spotify and he got all like the red lights and everything, it was just like, holy fucking shit, dude, this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. And as you can tell, I like mood lighting, so... Howdy, Riley, how you doing? The gay frogs. Should we... Hang on. We'll get to Pete Evans. We'll get to Israel Fallout, I promise you, but I have to show you guys a video really quickly. We have to watch this video. Hold up a sec. Here we go. Okay.
That turn turn the friggin' frog. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Turning the frogs gay.
You guys know Justin Wang?
Friggin' frogs gay. Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Turn the
Gay frogs. Hello, Ziggy. How you doing? Correction, she may have damaged or disagreed with that fat fucking ass. Wait, who? We can just talk over the meme until Justin starts talking. I know he's in Jinx at the moment. Fucking good guitarist. I love gays too.
What if they are making the frogs gay? So the gay frogs rant is probably the crown jewel in the fucking
I love
Alex Jones.
This is a few years old. I love his Twitter at this point in time is hot Pikachu sex. At some point, here's a funny story. He got banned on Twitter for some reason and had to go back to that account for a while.
Freaking the fuck out rant dynasty. Like, if you think of Alex Jones freaking the fuck out, that's probably the first thing that comes to your head, the fucking gay frogs rant.
Oh, whoops. That's not what I meant to do. I've got media buttons on my keyboard and I pressed pause for a second to try to pause the video. Can I just state for the record? There are very few men whose voices give me feelings, and Justin Wang is one of them. No further comment.
Off about gay frogs is that he says it so casually.
You can probably find that X-Files poster.
Like, this is just something we all know to be true, that, yeah, they are making the frogs gay.
Do you understand that?
I've been seeing that particular rant referenced so much lately that I was compelled to actually look up where the hell he got this idea from, and surprisingly, this idea of the frogs turning gay, it actually comes from some valid scientific studies.
Facial hair is great.
They're not turning the frogs gay necessarily, but they are fucking the frogs up with all kinds of weird sex problems. The first chemical that's supposedly turning the frogs gay is a pesticide called atrazine. It's actually a very common groundwater contaminant now.
I'm going to be starting
and
sociology
it's been
this
banned
month.
in some countries. The studies on this one, it's not making the frogs
Social
gay,
science, technically.
but it is making some
Majoring
of
in
them have lower
sociology and
testosterone,
anthropology.
and some of the males turn into females because of this chemical. One study from 2010 said it rendered 75% of male frogs sterile and turned 1 of 10 into females. Which, alright, that might just be frogs, but that still has really bad ramifications.
To
for the
trans
whole
frogs.
ecosystem. And although there's been a lot of studies into how this may
Trans
or may
frog
not affect
pride.
humans,
The
there's really
Rogue
not
Room
that much that's
appreciates your
conclusive. Some
recommendations.
studies say it causes cancer,
Come and
some
think
say
of
they
those.
don't, some say they cause similar sexual problems in humans, others say they don't, or there's no evidence, there's not enough evidence for it. Whatever the truth is on that, it's definitely not something that benefits us, you know? The second chemical that's supposedly turning
Trans
the
frog
frogs
liberation
gay is
now.
called ethinyl estradiol, and it's found in birth control. The way it gets into the system is once a woman's taking birth control and she's pissed it out, it stays in the water, and it's very, very
I got
hard to get
estradiol.
this out of the water system once it's been introduced. In the United Kingdom,
Hey,
there's a
TGK.
plan to remove this chemical from the water, and in order for them to upgrade the water treatment plants to be able to do this, it would have cost somewhere between $41 billion and $47 billion. And like atrazine, it has a similar effect of making low testosterone frogs and fish and intersexed frogs and fish. Now, what's interesting about this a little bit, because it's in birth control, we have some idea of what this effect would have on humans. Obviously, the dose makes the poison, so you're not going to be getting as much of this.
We're watching Justin Wang talk about Alex Jones's crazy gay frog conspiracy rant. Frogs are dual sex, as they can actually change their sex depending on if there's more males or females in their colonies. That's true as well, yes. Aquatic life is fucking weird. Can I give you a good night kiss? There you go, mask up. Justin is
This
amazing.
chemical drinking a cup of water as you would taking the pill directly. So, like, say a man takes one birth control pill, it's not really going to do much to him. But if he takes a full round of women's birth control, he's going to get man boobs, low testosterone, be lethargic, possibly have a risk of cancer increase. You have to ask yourself, have I been seeing a lot more man boobs lately? The answer's probably yes, but, it might not be from this. It could just be because everyone's fucking fat and lazy now. So anyhow, the point of this video isn't
Welcome
to
to
fear
the
monger,
Rogue
because
Room.
like I said previously,
Welcome to the Rogue Room, Karens. Sit down, grab a drink, and have a good night, I suppose, if you're sleepy.
the research that we have on how these things might affect humans, it's not very robust or complete, but Alex Jones, as crazy as this gay frog rant is,
Fatphobia,
and
a bit,
no matter what
yeah.
I know, it'll never stop being fucking funny to me.
Serious crap.
He wasn't totally off base with this one, surprisingly. Anyway, until next time, everybody turn into a gay frog.
That sort of gives you an idea of what the gay frog situation was. That was a few years ago now. Yeah, but imagine if humans do that. Like, they would make transitions so much easier. It's just like, imagine how much more gender fluidity we'd have if we could just change on a dime, pretty much. I'm a gay frog, you're a gay frog, we're all gay frogs. Gay frog gang. Alex Jones is best taken if you don't believe him. He's one of the few, honestly, alt-right commentators where I'm like, I'm kind of okay with him existing because he's just so obscenely ridiculous. His whole shtick is so off the wall. You watch him and you're just like, there's no way anything this guy is saying can be taken seriously. Because his whole thing is absurdly over the top. He's effectively J. Jonah Jameson in the way he behaves. Except I can take J. Jonah Jameson seriously. There's a difference. Hate having gender identity issues? I mean, so do I. At least I feel fairly certain in mine at this point in time, but I know how it feels to question and to be struggling with. I don't know. It's hard to put it into words, I suppose. What you're saying is... Sorry, I can't come into work. My dick is growing in. Why is your tea mug always empty? What you gotta do is you gotta get a mug that's connected to a funnel system that constantly just refills your mug. Like it'll lead off to your kitchen or whatever. So no matter where you are in the house, you've got this tea mug that automatically refills from the kitchen. Just don't trip over the tube, I suppose. Alex Jones wants pictures of Spider-Man. I bet he does. Watch Alex Jones Avengers. Not just yet. Hang on. We're going to talk about the situation with Pete Evans. That's who it was. We're going to talk about the situation that happened with Pete Evans a little while back. So let me think for a second. Let me see if I can start from the beginning. Because what happened was, everyone starts sending Alex Jones pictures of Spider-Man, please. Pete Evans. Hang on, what did you say about Alex Jones before, Jacinta? You mentioned something. Also, Justin Wang was in a band called The World We Knew and a band called Severed. There you go. He's in Jinx now. JYNX. And his outro song, in his current videos, that video's like 4-something years old now. Where did you say it, Jacinta? It's actually a pretty good song. Haven't tried any of their other music, though. You said something about Alex Jones. You were 15 or something, and you were an edgelord kid and still thought Alex Jones was crazy. I don't know. I missed what it was. Anyway, so for those of you who are unaware, in late last year, Pete Evans, like around November in late last year, Pete Evans, who is a celebrity chef who has a tendency to focus on, as far as I know, like organic stuff and like the caveman diet and all of that kind of thing. This is kind of amusing, actually, and we'll come back to that point about the organic thing, the caveman diet, all that sort of shit. Like, that's the kind of dietary science he likes to push. Dietary science, in quotes. He posted a meme to his Facebook page, titled it, "An Oldie But a Goldie," right? And it was a picture of a caterpillar and a butterfly sitting down to have a drink at like morning tea or whatever. It doesn't really matter what it was. But they're sitting there, and the caterpillar's got a MAGA hat on. And he's saying to the butterfly, "You've changed." And the butterfly says, "We're supposed to." And the butterfly has a black sun symbol on its wing. So you got the MAGA hat, "Make America Great Again," which is kind of stupid that Pete Evans actually, there are photos of him wearing a MAGA hat. He's an Australian who lives in Australia. This is what, like, the problem with the cult of Trump is it spreads so far beyond the borders of America. It's ridiculous. Anyway, the black sun symbol is specifically a Nazi symbol. It was used in Nazi Germany. It was used in a place called, let me look it up. Hang on a sec. I know this. I've done the done a bit of the research. What's it called? The Black Sun, also known as the Schwarze Sonne or the Sonnenrad. Oh, he's a racist. Yeah, he's a racist. Unsurprisingly. It was used in... The Sonnenrad appears in the traditional symbology of many countries and cultures, including Old Norse and Celtic cultures. Let me turn the music back on for a sec. I'm rambling and I don't have any background music. It has countless variations. The swastika and similar rounded variants are actually Sonnenrad forms, as are certain versions of the Celtic cross. Hello, Autumn. How you doing? Hello, Jeff. How's it going? Did you know that COVID tests and vaccines are just to implant chips in you? What flavor? Are they like salt and vinegar? I could go for some salt and vinegar chips injected right in my veins. Howdy, Unicorn. How you doing? Where else? There was like a specific location in which the Sonnenrad was embedded in a Nazi headquarters. Oh, here we go. The floor of the former SS General's Hall on the first floor of the North Tower of Wewelsburg Castle, showing the dark green mosaic at the center of the hall. There is the Black Sun, as you can see. So the meme that Pete Evans posted was this one. For anyone who missed, an oldie but a goldie. You've changed. We're supposed to. And the internet, of course, naturally, as you would have expected, blew up at this because, you know, it's Nazism. He's literally, by posting this meme and by saying it's an oldie but a goldie, and he was effectively encouraging Nazism by posting it. And the idea is perhaps like what was I saying? The idea is perhaps that he didn't know what the symbol was, because in a follow-up interview, he was quoted as, and I mean, realistically speaking, I didn't know that the Black Sun was a Nazi symbol either. Okay, although there is a certain consistency with Nazi symbology, where, you know, I look at certain symbols and I'm like, that's pretty fucking Nazi. That's pretty fucking Nazi. And then if you look it up, you might find a surprising amount of symbols that are belonging to fascists. Anyway, he did have an interview that came out after the fact where he says, I had to actually Google what neo-Nazi meant. Now this, I find particularly bullshit. So the situation was that the internet blew up at Pete Evans and a bunch of companies started dropping him. He lost a position on a TV show. And like I mentioned in Cancelled, this is why I chose him as an example. He was, for all intents and purposes, cancelled, but his career is far from over, and he is absolutely going to have some sort of comeback in the not-too-distant future. This is not going to affect him. You know, he's a multi-millionaire celebrity chef who has got a ton of connections and is going to be able to worm his way out of this one, I guarantee it. Which is why, you know, immediately after he posted this meme and immediately started getting all of this backlash, because it was everyone. It was everything he was associated with was cutting ties from him. He had several store chains remove his products from the shelves. His books were taken down from bookstores, which I know, you know, it's not really book burning. He's a chef. Do we really give much of a fuck about his recipes? Anyway, in the immediate wake of all of this backlash, he goes that he denied that he had any knowledge of a neo-Nazi symbol, which appeared in the meme he shared on social media. It comes as several companies have cut ties with the controversial celebrity chef. Now, the thing about Pete Evans is this is not the first time he's had some kind of controversy over anything. He actually has had numerous other situations where he has said something he probably shouldn't have. He's an anti-vaxxer, for example. He is a COVID denier. He recently denied getting the COVID vaccine. He's just like, I'm not going to get it. I don't trust it. So, anti-vaxxer in general, really. He's had several conspiracy theories about COVID-19 as well, on top of that. Let me think what else there is. He is a twat. He absolutely is a twat. For lack of a better phrase, Pete Evans is a twat. Or a twat. Anti-vaxxers also tend to be blatant anti-Semites, which brings us back around to the point I was going to make earlier about the fact that he is one of those people who touts the organic, paleo, caveman diet, as twat or twat. I've heard both, so I'll do what I want. You're gonna lurk for it and play some GTA 5. Sounds good, Jeff. Sounds good. Anywho, it brings us back around to the fact, like, remember that rioter at Capitol Hill who wouldn't eat any food at the prison he was taken to, the guy with the stupid headdress thing and the face paint? He was an organic kind of guy, organic diet kind of guy. And it seems to be that there's a bit of a trend among the organic food crowd, who also tend to be very heavily into aesthetic fitness, for the record. They love having their ripped abs and all that kind of shit. There tends to be a trend towards anti-vax behavior, anti-Semitism, and outright Nazism. I don't know why that is. The Q shaman. I don't know why there is that correlation there. I'm not going to say it's necessarily causation, because I don't necessarily believe that eating organic food, eating the paleo diet, or any of that kind of shit is necessarily an anti-Semitic Nazi thing. It's not an outright connection, but it is kind of intriguing that there seems to be such a connection between those things. Again, always remember, correlation does not equal causation if two things are linked together. Quite often, there is perhaps a hint towards causation, but not always. So, organic is just marketing BS, it is. Quite frankly, I am pro-GMO, because there are a lot of things in the foods that we routinely consume that, if we didn't use GMO methods to fix them up, would make us very sick. GMOs for the motherfucking win. I'm in a Facebook group called We Love GMOs and Vaccines. Fucking good shit, mate. Anyway, so Pete Evans was effectively cancelled. Here's what this interview says. Claimed he had to Google what a neo-Nazi meant after public outcry over a black sun symbol which appeared in a cartoon he shared on social media. Which I think is bullshit. Like, in 2019, or no, it was 2020, sorry. In 2020, how are you going to claim you don't know what a neo-Nazi is? Honestly. Seriously, like, the rise of neo-Nazism across the past decade has made them such a prominent figure in social discourse that I feel like it'd be, he's obviously on Facebook, so he is online in some capacity. Even though, neo-Nazism seems like it's largely an online ideology that manifests in real life at events like the Capitol Hill riot. But it seems like it's largely an online community. But still, like everyone else online is talking about them. How are you going to have somehow missed the whole neo-Nazi conversation, Pete Evans? I refuse to believe that that's a legitimate thing. Can I explain GMOs to you? In a moment, yes. We'll come around to GMOs in a moment. The celebrity chef posted a video with his horse on Instagram on Tuesday afternoon and claimed recent media reports surrounding the controversy were garbage and untrue. Just when you thought 2020 couldn't get any more bizarre, the mainstream media have just come out and labeled me a racist and neo-Nazi. The fact that I actually had to Google what neo-Nazi meant is pretty telling, he said. I just want to tell you once and one time only, it is completely untrue, unfactual, and a load of garbage. Those are his words. And as like this article just goes into detail about effectively what I've just said earlier on Tuesday, Network 10 confirmed that celebrity chef Pete Evans has not been cast for this season of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Honestly, this is the only piece of celebrity news I have been even remotely interested in since it happened back in November. It was fucking hilarious at the time. You dumb fuck. Why would you post a neo-Nazi meme? Here we go. Jacinta says genetically modified foods to achieve a higher yield during harvest. They can sometimes grow in environments that usually can't grow food very well, etc. There you go. Anyway, you need a shower, finish putting lunch together, and then head to bed. Rightio, Kez, have a good one. Thank you so kindly for swinging by tonight. Pretty telling, alright. Telling that either he's legitimately grown up without contact with the world, or he's a really poor liar. Absolutely. Like, these kinds of people, I'm going to throw this out there. Armchair diagnosis, armchair psychology right now. Pete Evans is a pathological liar, absolutely. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. What about GMO and meat? That's generally speaking steroids. It helps the animals to grow faster, so that, again, higher yield. You like GMOs because you like veggies as they are now, not before humans messed with them millennia ago. I mean, yes. I suppose. Wait, what? I think I know what you mean, Draco. Anyway. 2 weeks ago, Mr. Evans responded to the rumors he'd... Oh, hang on. No. Blah, 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 blah. There was a later follow-up. The company that publishes his books, Pan Macmillan, cut all ties with him. Thank you, Vox. So Pan Macmillan was publishing his recipe books. Does not support the recent posts made by Pete Evans. Those views are not our views as a company, nor the views of our staff. Pan Macmillan is currently finalizing its contractual relationship with Pete Evans, and as such will not be entering any further publishing agreements moving forward. If any retailer wishes to return Pete Evans' books, please contact Pan Macmillan. Why is no GMO bad? Aren't steroids bad? Yeah, they are. I mean, if we were to get into the whole, and Jacinta might be more well informed on this to be able to say it, but it's like, you know, in general, the meat industry bad to begin with. Vegetables, vegetation, not as much. Don't get me wrong, there are certain vegan and vegetarian options which do actually, I think the picking of certain grains and lentils and beans and stuff like that in certain countries does still use human slavery. So there is that to consider, but generally speaking, industrial meat farming is grotesque for numerous reasons, and I have a lot of guilt associated with that because I still can't break the habit with meat. Aren't inherently bad or inherently good, exactly, yes, that's a good way to put it. Corn used to be tiny little things, but humans farmed it and encouraged the plants to interbreed and change to be what we wanted. Same with bananas is another thing, is that, you know that video? Bailey Burst 100... Oh, Bailey Hurst. Sorry, I'm reading it off the alert and it looks like a B. Bailey Hurst 100s. Welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us, friend. How you doing? The thing about... Do you guys remember seeing that video of... I've got to find the video now. Hang on. Does anyone... Let me find out. Kirk Cameron and bananas. Ray Comfort on the banana. Right. Do you want to talk? You want to talk some crazy religious people in the same sort of context? Old bananas are virtually extinct. Yes. Ray Comfort on the banana, in context, high quality.
And I've since learned that when you really look at the evidence, the truth is it takes more faith to be an atheist than it does to believe in God. You've really got to ignore the facts.
Just that first line, it takes more faith to be an atheist than it does to believe in God, absolutely throws me for a loop every fucking time every time I hear it. Howdy, Maple Sauce. How you doing? Anyway.
It's funny how we equate the word atheism with intellectual, when it's the exact opposite. That's right. Kirk, I have an intellectually stimulating theory. It's my theory of where the soda can may have come from. Billions of years ago, there was a big bang in space. Nobody knows what caused the big bang. It just happened. And from this bang issued this huge rock. On top of the rock was found a sweet, brown, bubbly substance. And over millions of years, aluminum crept up the side, formed itself in a can, then a lid, and then a tab. And then millions of years later, red paint...
What the fuck is he going on about?
Blue paint, white paint fell from the sky and formed itself into the words, 12 fluid ounces, do not litter. You're saying, what are you doing? You're insulting my intellect. And so I am. Because we know if the can is made, there must be a maker. If it's designed, there must be a designer. To believe the soda can happened by chance is to move into an intellectual free zone. It's to have an echo when you think. It's to have brain liposuction. Hold this, Kirk. Behold the atheist's nightmare. Now, if you study a well-made banana, you'll find on the far...
Oh no, folks, the atheist's nightmare. However am I going to cope? He found a banana.
side, there are 3 ridges. On the close side, 2 ridges. If you get your hand ready to grip a banana, you'll find on the far side, there are 3 grooves.
You know what
on the
I'm
close
thinking.
Side, 2 grooves. The banana and the hand are perfectly made one for the other. You'll find the maker of the banana, Almighty God, has made it with a non-slip surface. It has outward indicators of inward contents. Green, too early. Yellow, just right. Black, too late. Now, if you go to the top of the banana, you'll find, as with the soda can makers, they placed a tab at the top. So God has placed a tab at the top. When you pull the tab, the contents don't squirt in your face. You'll find the wrapper, which is biodegradable, has perforations.
Aldi or IGA? Probably Aldi. IGA is far too expensive, honestly. I can never get over this. It's like, this is your evidence of an intelligent designer.
Notice how gracefully it sits over the human hand. Notice it has a point at the top for ease of entry, just the right shape for the human mouth.
What about a coconut,
Chewy,
which has a
easy to
shield?
digest, and it's even curved toward the face to make the whole process so much easier. Seriously, Kirk, the whole of creation testifies to the genius of God's creative hand.
Okay, the whole of God's creation, blah, blah, blah. The reason that this argument is so stupid and is utterly hilarious, I love creationists because they are so easy to break down, is we literally took old bananas, ancient bananas, and we bred them out of existence to create the thing he's holding for the sake of this bit. Like, you dickhead, the modern banana, like the soda can, did have an intelligent designer in human beings. Oh, it's fucking great. Never get tired of it. Oh, okay. Even if that argument led to a god, it doesn't lead to a specific one. Yeah, true. They'll all, Ozpost or TNT. I only know of Ozpost, honestly. Oh no, I've seen trucks for TNT, but I don't think they do mail or whatever it is they do. I've never had the opportunity to use TNT, so I'd say Ozpost. Yeah, like, even if that argument does lead to a god, it doesn't lead to a specific god, it doesn't lead to your god, Ray Comfort, and Kirk, whatever his name is. Kirk, was that Kirk Cameron? Is that what that was? Watchmaker argument is daft because it requires special pleading. If everything requires a designer, who designed God? Exactly. That's where the argument ends. It's like, the moment you say, well, if everything was designed by God, who designed God? What's their answer going to be? And I mean, like, you don't even need to counteract their God delusion. Yes, I'm going to pull a Richard Dawkins reference. You don't even need to counteract their God delusion with all of that eldritch, unknowable, unfathomable, kind of bullshit. You can just point to any of the atrocities that happen in the world today and say, oh, is your God okay with this? You know, if your God is all-knowing and omnipotent and omnipresent and the most benevolent being in existence, or whatever, then why are there child slaves still? There's a question for you. Your God is so perfect. Throw Nazis at him. Sits quietly. Why are you sitting quietly? My free will. Oh, the free will stuff gets me sometimes. It honestly genuinely does, because I don't want to believe that I am on a script, on a laid out narrative that I had no choice in. Reason. I like how I think you keep typing seconds, Jacinta, as the reason. Like, I think you can just go, if you time something out, you just go like / timeout person and then a time of like 60, for example. You don't need to add seconds to the end of it, because I keep seeing reason seconds as the timeout thing at the tail end of it. You were thinking of Gros Michel, which are actually, let me look those up. Gros Michel bananas. You're not oh, really? Why does it say it then? The fuck? Okay, Gros Michel bananas. These are still not even original bananas. They are close, evolutionarily speaking. But I believe there's actually an earlier banana which looked more like a bulbous fruit, and it was full of seeds. And I think the seeds were bitter or something along those lines. Nah, I mean, are you a creationist? Excuse me, oh my goodness. The Grand Michel. So wait, is there another one? Or are you fucking with me? No, it's Gros Michel. Not original bananas in pajamas. I mean, this is an example, I guess. I think that's close to what they used to look like. You know, you get the gist. Like, they didn't look like this. Bananas didn't look like, they looked more like this. And then they were bred to be more palatable.
The Rogue Room
The only one I can see is
appreciates your
Gros Michel.
recommendation.
AJ Elu Comics, welcome to the Rogue Room. Oh, hang on, no, not welcome to the Rogue Room. Yes, welcome to the Rogue Room. Thank you for the host, though. I don't have a thing. I don't have a response for hosting. I'm so in the bloody habit of the welcome to the Rogue Room follow alert response thing. I've developed a fucking habit. You will eat one of every banana.
Thank
What a
you
natural
for your
banana.
membership.
Hershey Kisses.
Please enjoy all the delights of the
Welcome to
subscriber
the Sub Lounge.
lounge.
Please excuse my couch as they look filthy. Thank you so kindly for using your Prime on me. I hope you're doing well. You lovely person, you. By the way, do you folks like the new trans lighting for the record? Because I put that lamp over there and I put it on like a light blue. Excuse me. Ugh. Blah. Which is why they're really weak and may die out because of some nasty fungal disease that it has no defense for, unlike natural banana plants. All the bananas we have now are just clones of the original tree. Oh, there you go. There you go. I like the lighting. I like the lighting. I like the fact that I've got an alternate angle over here now. It looks pretty cool as well. I need to get an actual tripod for this camera because I've only got the one tripod on a ring light. That one over there that I'm looking at right now. I want more cameras, folks. I want more cameras. Actually, on the subject of Twitch Prime, if you folks do subscribe with Twitch Prime, I mean, if you've already got Prime Gaming, you get that once a month free Prime sub. And you could use it on your go. Anyway, what did I just click on? That's the wrong thing.
I
oh my
see
god,
you
Chessa!
brought guests. Welcome, friends.
Welcome everyone in from Chessa's stream. How was your stream? How did you go, friends? How's it going? Oh, are you streaming tonight, Chessa? Not for me to say. I wouldn't stop talking to you if you were. It's just honestly like I would not exclude you for it. I would not exclude you for it. It's just something that I've long held pretty strong opinions on. Went well, did some Minecraft, destroyed orphans by slamming them with sticks. Ah, yes, Minecraft, a peaceful game. Apparently the banana candy flavor is based on the old bananas. That's interesting to hear. Be back in a few seconds. Gonna switch to your laptop. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, welcome in everybody from Chessa's stream. Hope you're having a bloody good one tonight. Organized religion is pretty cringe. I mean, yeah, I dislike the organization of religion as a concept. I don't have issues with people worshipping privately. But the whole idea of going to a giant church and specifically, reciting hymns and doing prayers and all this kind of stuff in a big group environment, and particularly when that organized religion starts to try to bleed into policy, that's where I draw the absolute line. Because I do not believe under any circumstances that policy should be used that religion should be used to inform policy. If we go back to those people that were being interviewed by, what's it called? Those people that were being interviewed by Anna Kasparian in The Young Turks. The guy who was saying that, the death penalty should be legal because he's a Christian. Abortion should be illegal because he's a Christian. Like, those were his reasons to sum it up. And it's like, well, no. Especially in America, where they specifically have a separation of church and state. And here in Australia, separation of church and state. And just in general, policy, I truly believe in any state. There are... Jacinta, what are they called? What's the policy type called? Theocracy. There are theocracies in the world, of course, where policy is dictated by religion, and that's wrong, quite frankly. My personal view is it's wrong. But yeah, I'd have no issue with people personally worshipping, but once it starts to become institutionalized and starts to become... Because, I don't know if I mentioned this... No, I haven't. Yeah, Hubbard famously stated that the best way to get rich was to invent a religion, so he did. What else did I miss? We can mock Scientology together. That is clearly a cult. It's actually one of the most terrifying cults in the world, if I'm honest, because it's so so prominent and doesn't seem to be going away, and like everyone can see the problems with it. It's so blatant, and we've had so much content against it. Honestly, I need to watch the show that was made by that girl who used to be on The King of Queens. I forgot what her name is. Someone remember what her name is? She did a Netflix thing, a documentary series or something. Thank you for the hydration, Fox. And it really broke down like all of the major flaws with Scientology, and you know, the stuff that they are doing is absolutely heinous. And yet, despite the fact that socially and culturally Scientology is such a fucking meme, it's such a meme, and yet people still fall for it. Absolutely astounds me, honestly. I can have my opinions about organized Abrahamic doctrine all the live long day, but at least that's been around for a few thousand years, and I can understand with viewpoints being passed down generation to generation, I can understand why people would be so easily led into it. Welcome back, Chessa. However, with Scientology being such a recent religion and everything about it being so publicly exposed, it's phenomenal, it's baffling, it's so intriguing to me that it is able to persist in a world that knows every single flaw. Mum said she watched your new video on why men don't cry or something. What did she think of it? I thought that was an interesting topic to discuss, honestly. I enjoyed that. Feel like I revealed a few too many personal details, but, you know, for context's sake, I feel like personal experience can say a lot. Why are American Christians in support of the death penalty? They literally wear crosses around their neck, Jacinta. Do you think if Jesus comes back, he's going to want to see a fucking cross? I stole that joke. Be right back. Got to help your friend with a tech thingy. Understandable. I hope the tech thingy goes well. The Mistress of the Void. Welcome in. How you doing? What is that? I keep seeing that particular Direct Relief Charity. I keep seeing that snowflake. And I'm just like, what is that snowflake? That's cool. Yes, she didn't really agree because the men she knows cry, but she understands your view on it. It's more of a sociological, like, again, I think I mentioned in the video, I used the sociological perspective on that sort of thing. It's more of a broad observation of masculinity in society than it is of individuals. But I did use more personal individual examples to illustrate the point. Rightio, Chester. Gonna play some Civ with your mates. They finally crawled out of bed. Have a good one, Festa. Thank you so kindly for being here. So where were we? We were talking about organized religion and Scientology specifically. Didn't Illuminati? Yes, I think they did. I don't know. Have I watched their videos? I can't recall. Also, the Battlefield Earth movie stole 2 hours of your life. I've got to watch it, honestly. He was a bad author. I mean, that would explain why he decided to make a religion. What else have I missed? LPOTL. What's that, Kibby? LPOTL. And I think I've watched a bit of Louis Theroux's doc on Scientology. I think I've watched a little bit of that. You're only able to cry after admitting to yourself that you're a woman? Same. Honestly, like, you wouldn't catch me dead crying over anything. Prior to coming out. Nowadays, I feel a lot more in touch with my emotions. And that could be from any number of factors. It doesn't necessarily have to be because of transition. But I found that, you know, there was certainly an element there that unlocked my emotional capacity. No, it didn't. Tom Cruise is just a prominent figure in Scientology and has been a great proponent of it, but no, he's not. Not in any way the person who founded it. That was L. Ron Hubbard. Who I can't remember what his first name actually is. Lafayette Ronald Hubbard. There you go. Interesting. The only time I've ever heard the name Lafayette as an actual first name was on True Blood. There was that character who, funny story, was supposed to die in the first season, but was such a popular character they kept him around. Tom Cruise is the public face of Scientology. And also, John Travolta is a prominent figure in Scientology, which is unfortunate because otherwise, good actor. Spoiler, it was the first season. I have a statute of limitations on spoilers, alright? That show started in like 2007. Last podcast on the left. It's mostly about serial killers, but they also get into cults and the occult. Not everyone likes their humor, but you think they're funny as fuck. What was I going to say? I like the occult stuff. The satanic, the dark, the gothic, and the eldritch. The FAQs are more like frequently given answers. Well, yeah. How goes it? Because people keep asking the same fucking questions. That's literally how that works. Although I don't think Disco Rat, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. I don't think anyone. Good gravy. My throat is fucking dry lately. What the hell's going on with me? Aleister Crowley. There's a funny story about how I forget which musician it was. Stopped into Ozzy Osbourne's. No, Ozzy Osbourne was stopping into the change room of another musician before a show or something like that. And there was a picture up on the wall of this guy. And Ozzy Osbourne goes, "Who the fuck is that?" And the other musician, again, can't remember who it was, says something to the effect of, "That's Aleister Crowley. You made a fucking song about him, dickhead." Did he see butt sex? No. I mean, he probably did at some point. I'm sure the lives of musicians are far more interesting than mine, especially when they're as well known as Ozzy Osbourne. Honestly, Hollywood has a lot to answer for in terms of Scientology. It's so lonely for actors that Scientology can prey on it. Makes them... That's true, yes. I believe that's, generally speaking, how they operate. Because actors, of course, big or small, have got a lot of money. If they're on a television series or if they're on... if they're in, a big budget movie, big budget production, they're going to have a lot of money. And Scientology is specifically the religion driven around outright greed. Like, in order to go up in the church, you need to spend X amount of money on fuck knows what. I think there's like programs that you can do within the church, and they cost you so many thousands of dollars, and they allow you to move up a certain tier, and after a certain tier you get to a point where you begin to unlock certain secrets about the church and all that. And of course, once you're at that point, if you're trying to infiltrate the church, they know, and they keep tabs on you, and they know everything about you at that point. So if you try to get out, you're in a tremendous amount of danger. I believe it was the current leader of the church. His wife has been missing for X amount of time. What's her name? Hold up. Yeah, please keep the chat in English. Thank you, Jacinta. Wow, I started typing missing wife of Scientology, and it goes, missing wife of Scientology's ruthless leader, Shelley Miscavige. Born 1961, was the wife of Church of Scientology leader David Miscavige. She was last seen in public in August 2007. Actress Leah Remini, that's the lady I was talking about, a former Scientologist and vocal critic of the organization, filed a missing person report regarding Miscavige with the Los Angeles Police Department in 2013. According to a story in the Los Angeles Times based on information from the anonymous LAPD source, the LAPD contacted Miscavige and subsequently closed the case. It's a very strange and conspicuous set of circumstances, because I guarantee you, whoever it was that the LAPD contacted was not Shelley Miscavige. She's just outright disappeared, and it's strongly believed she's either been disappeared or she's being held somewhere, potentially tortured, kept under extremely abusive circumstances, or she's dead. Yeah. But the thing is, I get the sneaking suspicion that the Church of Scientology doesn't want bodies. I get the feeling they don't want to have a body count. I think they would rather have people that they keep alive for the specific purpose of continuing to torture them. Basically have to give them blackmail material to get in the higher levels, exactly. Tossed her off the SEA org ship. What have I missed, by the way? Let me go back a bit. Oh, Alex Jones Avengers thing. We'll come back to that, yes. I do want to touch on the Israel Folau thing since we're on the topic of religion. Howdy, Detroit, by the way. How you going? Let me see. Probably wiped her shit, and she's probably under a different name. It's possible. Entirely possible. There was something I was going to look up, and I've forgotten what it was now. You're back. It's 11:55 a.m. You just noticed you're also getting some lunch. Rightio. Sounds good, Chester. Sounds good. Well, there was something that was related, and I was going to look it up, and I forgot what it was. By the way, somebody mentioned Adam's apples before, and this topic came up on Twitter recently, and just the fact that, and this is going to make some of you uncomfortable with your ideas of what a feminine woman looks like. There are a lot of girls out there with Adam's apples. Seriously, like it's secondary sex characteristics are not necessarily limited to testosterone or estrogen. I've seen a lot of women, cisgender ones, with Adam's apples. That's such a stupid thing to say. Like there's actually a picture there was a screenshot from a movie of an actress. I can't remember what actress it was, but she's leaning over to light a candle or something like that, and her neck's like kind of extended. There's this prominent sort of a bit of a bulging out bit. It's not like super heavy, like, you know, some men have got really prominent Adam's apples that you simply cannot hide. But you know, there's a visible bump there, and like, that's all it is. It's just a part of your larynx. Almost as if everyone's going because they're necessary for vocalization. Crazy how that works. Fuck. What was I gonna look up? We'll get up Alex Jones Avengers for a sec. So we'll have that ready to go. I had some other topics I was going to talk about as well. Alex Jones Avengers. I searched it, and it's just got a bunch of stuff about like why Alex Jones is banned. Do you have a link to the actual things on? Yeah, were you there, Feast, for the Wang video? I can't recall if you might have took off or something. By the way, I love the fact that I looked up Alex Jones, and if you scroll down, people also search for Joe Rogan and David Icke. You love my lighting? Thank you, Chaotic Corn. It's both bisexual and transgender. It's fantastic. I don't know why I'm so caught up on the bisexual lighting thing. I guess that's just because that's the phrase that people use for like, for mood lighting, like bread tuber kind of mood lighting. ! Ring Detroit. But I'm very explicitly les. But I love the whole bisexual lighting name. It's such a good title for it. On the subject of the trans pride ring, which is this, by the way, if anyone is curious, there you go. Yeah, David Icke is a prominent conspiracy theorist. We'll come back to him. We'll talk about him. On the subject, I contacted the seller. So that link there that's in chat, Trans Pride Ring was produced by Outer Peace Gear, who have an Etsy store. So the link is just there in that thing there. And interestingly, I reached out to them and I said, well, you know, because you guys were so must be very... God damn it, my auto mod's gonna have to permit the term cunt again. What was I gonna say? I reached out to them and I said, you know, I added something into my chat bot, so every so often my bot will say, oh, interested in Abigail's trans pride ring that she wears, which you can seldom actually see on camera anyway. I'll try to keep my hand in the shot so you can see my trans pride ring. I said to them, you know, I've put it in my chat bot so people, if they want to get the ring or any of the other rings they have, they've got a bunch of other pride rings too. You know, folks could just go and buy one. And apparently, according to the seller, they've come back to me and said, we've recently had 2 orders from Australia. I get the feeling that's not a coincidence. So if there are folks like you out there who are watching me and just recently bought a pride ring as a result of me plugging their shit, thanks for that. They're a good seller. They help me out tremendously. Here we go. You're definitely buying one. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Support them. They are so good. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at this. Alex Jones joins the Avengers. Oh, is this gonna have the Avengers music in it? Because if it If it does, I might not be able to watch it. I get the suspicion this video has the Avengers music in it. It looks like a meme video. I'd be worried about DMCA. Let me see here. Let me actually click on their shop for a sec. Chain bracelet. I don't think I saw the chain bracelet. I like the gem ring they have. That looks really cool. Trans gem ring. Or maybe like that thing they've got a rainbow gem ring. Rainbow paw print ring. Oh my god, that's adorable. Excuse me. Oh yeah, the bike chain. That is fucking cool, dude. I'm gonna spend all my money on these, folks. That is sick. Oh, dare I watch the video and risk the MCA? But I also just kind of want one of their hats, honestly. Chaotic Con, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. Actually, hang on a sec. Let me just... they've got this beanie here, but I want to see. I think I saved a certain beanie. This. I want this like fucking crazy, dude. Slouchy trans flag beanie. I want it. Look at how fucking cute that is. There's only 2 left, and one other person has this in their basket right now. I need it. Someone buy it for me. Yeah, it's not cheap. But I don't have one of these kinds of beanies. I want one because they're adorable. Like, seriously, when I see girls wearing those, I'm just like, you are so fucking cute. Because of the beanie and no other reason. I don't care what the fuck you look like. You put on the slouchy beanie and you're immediately adorable. Love how many trans streamers there are on here now. It's beautiful to see the change. It's good. I think there's been a big push for trans folks in recent years to, be out and proud on the platform, especially with the push for a transgender tag, a trans tag on Twitch. Even amid there being a general LGBTQIA plus tag. But I think, and the thing is, like, there's some people who've had the argument of like, oh, if you have a trans tag, why not a gay tag? Why not a bisexual tag? And it's like, yeah, why not? Twitch, just add all of the tags. Give us the overall queer tag and then give us every other one as well. Like, there's no reason they shouldn't add a trans tag. And the excuse that they generally put out there into the world is that they are worried it's going to bring more harassment. I'm like, surprise, surprise, bitch. Since coming out as trans and since having the trans tag attached to my stream, guess the fuck what? I'm constantly getting harassed. What do you think me putting a trans tag on my stream is going to do? It's not going to change anything. Twitch does absolutely nothing to combat harassment against queer people on this platform to begin with. And every time that, like, it's Black History Month at the moment, I guarantee you, all of the black streamers that are getting some features on the front page and things like that are going to be absolutely bombarded with bigots. Absolutely bombarded. And Twitch, what's Twitch going to do? Fucking nothing, dude. Twitch doesn't do a fucking thing. Lazy ass platform, honestly. Do we risk it? I don't want to risk the MCA. No, I'm not going to risk it. Okay. This one is pretty good. The music is vague and ambient. Think from the anime. Alex Jones explains the end of Evangelion. Speaking of which, I have not watched well, I haven't watched anime. Let's just put that there. Okay.
But there's this big war trying to, like, basically destroy humanity.
Is this going to
humanity has
DMCA
free will, and there's a decision to which level we want to go to. We have free will, so evil's allowed to come and contend, not just good. And the elites themselves believe they're racing, using human technology to try to take our best minds and build some type of breakaway civilization.
I don't shout out anyone unless I know them personally.
Transcend and break away from the failed species that is man, which is kind of like a false transmission because they're thinking what they are is ugly and bad, projecting it onto themselves instead of believing, no, it's a human test about building us up. And so Google was set up 18, 19 years ago. I knew about this before it was declassified.
The fuck is happening? We're watching Alex Jones now.
They wanted to build a giant artificial system. And
Draco, glorious shirt on Etsy. Jesus with a rainbow robe saying, Amen. This is Alex Jones explains the plot of Evangelion.
Believes that the first artificial intelligence will be a supercomputer based on the neuron activities of the hive mind of humanity.
I still can't get over the fact that Ash Coffin, I feel like she genuinely does want to absolutely fuck Alex Jones's brains out. What is wrong with liberal commentators and finding alt-right commentators attractive? Shoe on head with Tucker Carlson, me with Abigail Shapiro. What the fuck is wrong with us? That's your stream of conspiracy theories. Yeah, we can maybe jump off this. I'm a bit over this. However, can we do the Israel Folau thing and then move on from this topic? Hello, Professor Wake and Bake. How you doing? Alex Jones is probably, he's probably, there's my conspiracy theory. Yeah, he's on LSD. Beyonce gave the cat dime cat food and now she won't eat her normal food. Do you mean like luxury cat food? I think I've given Smudge some like luxury style cat food in the past, the expensive shit. And yeah, cats get fucking picky. It's annoying as all hell. They get fucking picky, dude. Like, get over yourself, you little shit. You're poor. Oh yeah, Alex Jones is definitely on some kind of drugs for sure. There's no way he's not. I think, well, I mean, he's a good friend of Joe Rogan. Like, those kind of people are on drugs, and there's nothing wrong with doing drugs. There's no specific issue with it. But of course, they make you act in certain ways that are quite obvious to, quite obvious to anyone who's been around people who do take drugs. But I have not had that specific experience. Not really. Like, I do distinctly remember the one time I had to have my sister help me pick up a friend from a nightclub, and the friend at the nightclub had been doing coke, and her behavior was specifically erratic and unusual compared to how she normally behaved when we were at uni together. You know, she was otherwise subdued and regularly behaved and all that. And then as we're picking her up from the club, she's wired. Her eyes are wide and she's very excitable. And it's really strange to see people completely shift. Again, I don't have any issue with people taking whatever drugs you want to take. Go ahead. I would love the opportunity to actually experiment with that kind of stuff. If it ever presents itself, I'm absolutely taking it. As long as the drug doesn't kill me, of course. And I'm not going to touch stuff like methamphetamine or heroin. Unless, you know, it's like unrefined heroin. Let's get on the opium. Let's go hit up an opium den. Had a full argument with her last night because she refused to eat her dinner. Every time she meowed, I meowed back. That's great. I do meow at my cat quite often. It's stupid, but he's meowing at me. So... Teleports to Australia, offers Abby a joint. Are you actually going to let me have it, though? Because there's been numerous, and I mean numerous people, usually women I was sleeping with, who offered me weed. It's like, next time we hang out, I'm going to bring some weed. And never fucking did. Either that or the relationship would break off before I get the chance to smoke a joint. Dude. We're going to touch on my shitty relationship history in an upcoming thing. What a troll. Exactly. If you were in Australia, you would definitely let me have some. That's good then. We'll go for that. Look for some weed. Get me some weed. Are you allowed to get weed? Are you allowed to under the rule of your parents? Mushrooms are pretty cool. I feel like Jeff could get me mushrooms, honestly. I feel like Jeffrey would know someone who can get me mushrooms. 6 months and you'll be free to smoke again. You know what I wonder, actually? Here's a thought. You're not allowed to do illicit drugs on Twitch on screen, right? But I do, I mean, if something is legal, if it's legal in your state to smoke weed, you can smoke weed on camera. For example. I wonder if it's okay to go out of the room on Twitch, eat some shrooms, pop some pills or whatever, do a line, and then come back on camera. And don't tell anyone. I wonder how okay that is with TOS. Yeah, I feel like people meme about train wrecks going off camera to do lines of coke, and I fully believe he probably is. You don't promote it, they won't care. Yeah, Ice Poseidon was on coke, wouldn't shock me. I dare say a lot of the bigger creators on the platform are probably on some kind of stimulants, you know. By the way, well, this isn't related to that. Oh, that's verbatim from the TOS. There you go. Cool. Well, that'd be interesting. You only have to wait until Tuesday, then sweet, sweet stoner time. Nice. So Ice Poseidon was one of the first really big IRL backpack streamer creators, right? So for those of you who don't know about the history of Twitch, Justin.tv was the platform that Twitch started as. And what it was Justin Can, one of the founders of Twitch, who would go around with a backpack stream device that had camera and a laptop in it and all this. And he was just constantly live streaming his adventures. And eventually Ice Poseidon was someone who latched onto the same idea. And he got into a lot of shit. Like he went around and he would go to places and his viewers would call up. They would just bombard, like say a restaurant with phone calls saying that guy that's got the backpack, he's a terrorist, it's got explosives in it. They would be just causing all kinds of havoc, right? And eventually he got banned off the platform. I think he got moved to YouTube for a while. I don't know what he's doing these days. Or maybe, hang on. Let's go. I get the suspicion he might have been unbanned on Twitch at some point. At any rate, he was one of the most popular streamers on the platform. Oh no, I recall now. He posted an open letter video to Twitch in June of last year where he was asking to be let back on the platform, saying, I've learned my lesson, I've changed my ways, blah 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 blah. Usual stock standard bullshit. I don't know why it matters. YouTube is a bigger platform. Why not just stream on YouTube? But at the same time, Vorsh recently got unbanned on Twitch and was doing a stream on here. So I suppose there's some appeal. I guess the reality of the situation is like these people like Ice Poseidon, people like Vorsh, have got connections on Twitch. And if you're banned on Twitch, you can't stream. You can't even play games with your friends. Like if you're banned on Twitch, you can't be on Twitch at all. If you live in a streamer house with, say, 4 other streamers, and you're banned on Twitch, you're not even allowed to walk into the shot if you're, like, walking past in the background. Vorsh, V-A-U-S-H, is a social democrat commentator live streamer. Funny guy. I enjoy his content. Don't necessarily agree with everything he says, but I enjoy his content. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of sexual assault and harassment accusations coming from that group, more than likely. We've come to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Well, that's me, except I'm the wonderful Witch of Oz, because I'm a biological female. Sockdem, he's a socialist. Oh, okay. I thought he defined himself as a Sockdem. Why was Vorsh banned, or why was Ice Poseidon banned? I don't know about Vorsh, but I believe... Let's find out why Ice Poseidon was banned. Why was Ice Poseidon banned? Paul Danino is his name. Not was his name. He's still alive. He's not dead. Initially a streamer on Twitch, Danino was publicly banned from the platform after being swatted off an airplane at Phoenix Airport after a viewer called in a bomb threat under Danino's name. There you go. I live under a rock too. I only know this stuff because I find out through... I just sort of get caught up in the streamer culture on social media. I'm a perpetually online troll, so, you know, you might live under a rock, but I live under a bridge. So, there's that. The fuck is a biological female? Exactly! That's not his fault, though. No, but he did facilitate that kind of thing to happen, though. That's kind of just what he did. There was... So, guilt by association. It's like he didn't call in the bomb threat, but he just facilitated it. He just encouraged that kind of behavior from his audience. So
the Rogue Room appreciates your recommendation.
Tattered, welcome. Yeah, whatever. Welcome. Thank you for the host. Thank you for the recommendation to your friends. I hope you are having a lovely evening, or morning, or midday, or like, if you happen to be trapped in a void where time doesn't exist. I hope you're having a very pleasant void. Shiny goblin living in your goblin cave. Outside is full of monsters. We don't go there. Radio broken. Hey girl, how's it going, Paul and Bob? What's going on? Guilt by association is BS. True, but I mean, if that was what he facilitated with his community, then it's understandable. But like I said, he put out a post where he was like, I am done with that kind of behavior and I don't want to encourage that kind of content anymore and I'd like to come back to Twitch. I don't think they've responded. How am I? I am well. I am okay. I'm good. I'm doing alright. I've eaten way too much today. I'm kind of regretting that. Yes, I'm a girl. Yeah, I'm a lady. If you're interested, I do have the pronouns extension installed on my stream. But you can't see my pronouns anyway, because I'm... Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. Why does it... Oh, yeah, because that's an auto chat option, right? Anyway. But, yeah, if you do have the pronouns extension installed on Chrome, you can actually see anyone who has their pronouns set up. It's really cool. So, wait, what was the comment? Let me go back. Did I miss something? He's also kind of a cunt because he made the comment about CP. Oh, you mean Vorsh. The comment about CP is bad out of context. Mostly just an edgy, cringy way to talk about the issue of child exploitation. Yes. I'm going to say a controversial thing here. He absolutely has a point. He absolutely has a point.
Welcome to the Rogue Room.
Welcome to the Rogue Room. Anani vibes. Hey, Avani vibes, sorry. Damn font on my alert is stupid. How's it going? Welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. Hey, bestie. Hey, bestie. What's going on? Why am I getting alerts? Stop messaging me while I'm streaming, folks. I'll come back to you. By the way, we had someone in our... If you're watching, by the way, you know who you are, dipshit. You're banned in my chat. We had someone harassing us, harassing members of my stream. And I just sent him a DM earlier today and was just like, leave members of my community the fuck alone. And they came back at me harassing me about only having 25 viewers. Only having as many viewers. It's like, dude, my streams have been fucking slaying lately. You fucking kidding? My streams have been good shit. And for the record, this is a person who has 10 followers, no viewers, has streamed maybe one time. Like, why would you go after somebody for their viewership when you have no viewers? You dickhead. Oh, God. Anyway, they're banned in this chat. And they've sent me 5 more DMs. Pathetic loser, honestly. Compensating much. You love the bow. I love it too. It's honestly like one of my favorite new headbands. There's another one of these that's more of a tan color. And I'm going to go and get it. They're like $4. They're great. I'm in love with my headbands. If you look at this camera angle, you can see over there. I've got all of my head and neck scarves and headbands and such and such. Hello, cat. There's one beanie up there. There's a cat. Hello. Just stay awesome. Don't be angry, haters. I'm trying that. I have been shifting very much lately to more of a more of a focus on being empathic if I can. If someone comes in and they're trying to troll me, I try to approach it from the perspective of, you know, why are you the way that you are, and is there something that we can do to help you in any reasonable way, shape, or form? Because we don't want people to be
the Rogue
hateful.
Room appreciates your recommendation.
Oh, hello. That's a big host. Hello, Dirtbag and friends. How's it going? Welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us friendos. How's it going? Oh, it's a raid, and it says so. It's a raid. Okay,
welcome,
there we go.
Friends.
I've never seen it work like that before. A host and then a raid. Okay. Welcome, raiders. How was your... Sorry, that probably peaked my microphone there. I can tell because my voice gets way too loud. How was your stream? What were you streaming? Tell us all about it. Please do. I need to set up a raid scene. I haven't got a raid scene yet. I've been really lazy on that, and I've had ideas that I wanted to do, but I haven't done those things. Got to clean the kitchen to make dinner, so you'll mostly be lurking. Sounds good, Sam. What were you getting up to? Tell us all about it. The fuck am I? A streamer. What do you think I am? When did I decide to be a girl? When did I take the first step? I mean, honestly, like, I've known that I was trans since I was about 15-ish, right? That was the first time I had, like, a real serious gender crisis. But it was until I was 31 that I started to transition. Welcome to the Rogue Room, Dirtbag. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. I am a unicorn. Hello there, Pac-Man 8K. So yeah, like, the story goes that when it was my 31st birthday, it was like the day after it, I had this intense gender identity crisis. The flip-off is out of stock? What? It's out of stock? What a rip-off. So yeah, I've known that I was trans since I was at least 15. Because I did all the research when I was 15. I was like, oh fuck, this is seriously involved if I want to transition. It's a heavy thing, lots of medication, surgeries, and all that sort of shit. And, you know, paperwork and all of that garbage. And, but yeah, I pushed it away. There's a whole There's a whole thing there. We can hydrate though. You can't. I can't give you a flip off, but we can hydrate thanks to Draco. Very rare gaming stream. Usually just chatting, but you're terribly hungover today. What were you playing? How was my life before that? Get flipped off. There you go, Del. There we go. You can honorarily have a part of that, Detroit. That's for you as well. When hit from the front, should swing from the back. What? What? Now it's sold out of fucking... Let me check. Hang on. Let me check. Like, what's the deal with that? Why is it doing that? Hang on. What's the cooldown on the flip off? An evil reverend. I like that. Why has it got such a cooldown? It's 10 minutes between redemptions. Limit redemptions. Oh, hang on. Let me change it. Limit redemptions per user to 5 per stream. And we'll change it so that it's a 2-minute cooldown. There you go. You got to get in while you've... Love the eyeliner. Thank you, Matt. I do like my eyeliner. I wasn't meant to unzoom that. But I quite like how my eyeliner turns out these days. I've been practicing for a good few months now. Okay, so the cooldown seems like it's universal. That's not good. So when you were 14, you were like this boy thing. Yeah, I had like a huge breakdown. Michael Spears 123, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. Yeah, and I started looking into it, and I had like a huge crisis of identity. I didn't know what to do with it. And Clackawacka 422. Oh, we're getting the same thing again. Please don't tell me we're getting the same thing as last night. I will be fucking furious if we're going to get routinely hit with bot attacks. If you're a real person, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down and grab a drink and chill out with us. But last night we got hit with an 11,500 follower bot attack. That is the second time. Here's the interesting little note. We'll come back to my little transition story. We'll come back to that in a moment. Because I do like telling the story, because if there are people who are questioning, I would like them to know my story so that they can feel comfortable in their own experiences and their own questioning. Anyway, it's a lot of bots. Here's the funny thing. It happened right around the same time last year. I was playing Minecraft, and I got hit with around about 11,000 follower bots. And if you are a streamer and you happen to get hit with follower bots, I'll just reiterate this point. Look up Commander Root Tools. There is a follower remover which blocks all the bots and unfollows them from your account. So you can reverse it. Do not contact Twitch. They won't do a fucking thing. Okay? Twitch does nothing. But it's kind of funny that I've been hit with 2 follower bot attacks of around the same amount of followers exactly a year apart. Is this going to be my February ritual now? Early February ritual? Follower bot attack. Anywho, don't know how to come out and you're scared. Your dad won't spawn me. That's always going to be a difficult thing, honestly. I actually have been out for about 6 months. And prior to that, like what happened from about 14, 15 onwards is I heavily repressed my gender identity. There was like a tiny bit of exploration in there, but I tried so hard to fit a masculine role throughout between that mid-teens gender crisis to when the day after my 31st birthday struck and I had a complete, total mental breakdown over it. And then I had to confront myself and be like, listen, this ain't working. This boy thing, this man thing ain't working. What was the hardest part? Honestly, still coming out, still figuring out how to come out. Relatable, except you were younger. Yeah, don't come out unless it's safe to do so. And that's the very difficult thing, is like we love you and we appreciate you and we want you to be safe. And if you're in a situation, if you're in a living situation where you can't come out safely, just the regrettable thing is you've got to stay in the closet in certain circumstances. I read a story today about someone who was trying to tell their parent they were questioning their gender, like a male to female questioning situation. They were wondering, am I this, or am I just having feelings I don't understand? And they tried to talk to their mother about it, and their mother went off on an absolute transphobic rant. And eventually their mother stormed out of the room, and when she came back, they just, the person telling the story was just like, I must just be being misled by online ideology or something like that. And they sort of simmered the situation a bit, which is terribly, terribly unfortunate. And I wish everyone who's in that kind of situation the comfort and the ability to be able to come out, you know. But unfortunately, there are some people who just live in the absolute worst circumstances for it. Sexual. Let me go back here. You were 21. You're 24 now. You're an interesting pocket because you were under Obama's laws. Then the trans ban came, and you could say it was not great. So wait, what was the exact, like, how did the trans... What was the trans ban in the US? I'm not 100% certain. I'm glad that the anti-trans, anti-queer laws that Trump instituted have been repealed. Is that meant to be rainbow unicorn power or rainbow union power? Because I'm all for both rainbows and unions. Unionized workers now. Been botted and doxed and all kinds of shit. God. I'm worried about getting doxed. Yeah, weren't allowed to be in the military. Okay. You're military, so you couldn't serve openly. That's so terrible. Unions are good, actually. Oh, untime out there. Let's not go too deep. I'll untime you out for that one. It was just a bit of an awkward thing to approach. Is sexuality stuff. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so Joe Biden repealed that whole trans military ban thing, which again, you know, I'm not exactly a pro-military person, but I can understand how it's how it benefits people, and especially with, you know, education and such. Paying for education, going into the military to pay for an education would dramatically help with trans people who are in particularly difficult circumstances, like a difficult home life. If you join up with the military and you go live on a base and you have the capacity to train in a certain field or something like that, so that once you've served, you can then leave the military. Is that how that works? Can you like serve and then just leave? Can you just... Because I know there are some militaries in the world where it's actually mandatory to serve for a year before you can go on to on normal life, I suppose the term would be. But you were able to transition to the service because you were under previous policy. Neither am I, hence the 6 months. You're done with all the shit LGBTQIA plus peeps like you have to deal with. Yeah. It's really unusual to be so invested nowadays in the queer community, in the news of it and everything. Excuse me. Oh my god, my chest is hurting again. Oh, my chest is hurting again. But like, I'm slowly like coming to terms with my place in the world, and I feel much more comfortable talking about these things. You know, whereas before, presenting as a cis straight man, pretending, I felt really uncomfortable whenever somebody would bring up queer topics in my chat, because I felt like I didn't know how to approach it. Because I didn't feel... Oh yeah, auto mode. I've turned auto mode up because we've been getting a lot of hate messages and stuff like that. So hopefully, you know, no one comes in with N-word spam. Really unusual. Anyway, you straight at your support so much. And yeah, like that's the thing. I was very much an ally before, but it felt really uncomfortable to approach any queer topics as someone who wasn't out as a trans lesbian. War is absolutely a racket. It is. Which is why it's such a bad thing that tying, for example, military service to education. Like, as far as I know, you can serve in the military in the US and you don't actually have like a debt to pay off, like a student debt or whatever. Or am I wrong? Am I mistaken there? I've heard that's why certain people go into the military, is to gain their education. Ready to move on from that time. It was hell. It's almost over now. Well, that's good. If we have... Yeah, it's fair. We have people attentive to it to allow messages that are okay. It's true. What was I missing? Unpopular opinion, we need a better sex worker union. We absolutely do. Who got flipped off? There you go, Chaotic. There you go. There you go. It shouldn't be that only one person can have it. There should be individual cooldowns. Oh my god. My chest is fucking killing again. Welcome to the rogue room. I'm a bit crap at COD. Can I just ban you? Why? Out of stock. Let me see here. There's got to be something wrong with it. Hang on. Redemption blah 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 blah. Limit redemptions per stream. So, like, there's no limit on redemptions. Limit redemptions per user per stream. I don't know what it is. You're a Hitler simp. Why are you a Hitler simp? You're not banned, Paul and Bob, no? You're not banned. Why you joined and to travel, but being trans trapped you and you lost 2 overseas assignments to Germany and Japan. Alaska was rad to see. I wouldn't mind seeing Alaska. Morning, Booty Bandit. How's it going? How's it hanging? Oh, dude. Hershey Kisses. I'm going to do something. Hang on. How many of these can I take in one day? Do not use maximum of 4 capsules. I've only had 1. I'm going to hydrate and take drugs at the same time. DM. Don't DM me. I'm streaming. I will allow, we'll post it to chat. Thank you for your feedback. Oh, goodness me. I needed some ibuprofen because this chest pain is fucking killing me, dude. I don't know if it's the titties growing in or what, but it feels like my rib cage is being crushed and I don't like it. God, it's how I started this morning and it's going to be how I end the day. It fucking hurts. Go to sleep, radio dirtbag. Have a good one. They're gonna get itchy. Don't give me that. What are you looking at? I can see him on the camera just staring at me. Are you right?
Welcome to the Rogue Room.
Blue Night Run, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. Oh, he is cute.
Welcome to the Rogue Room.
Prolapsing cavity. Welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. Pork. How you doing? Might have killing you ever since you started progesterone? Oh, great. I'm only on a couple of months of estrogen. I've only started estradiol 2.5 months ago. He's probably plotting to murder me, but he's a tiny little kitten who has the weakest of claws. He barely cuts you when he scratches.
Welcome to the Rogue Room.
Really? This is what's going to happen now? What's wrong with you people? I'm going to stop responding to follow alerts and I'll turn them off in a sec. Big milkers. Yeah, apparently progesterone, the titty hormone, the pregnancy hormone, is... Yeah, I don't know. It's apparently good for titties. This is... Detroit. There you go. Fucking bang. Look upon the finger. Oh, baby trans. I'm a baby tran. Should, but actually aids mostly with shape. Here's the problem that I have as someone who has been working out. Have you missed much? I mean, yeah, kind of. Here's the issue I have with having been working out in the gym, specifically doing a muscle-focused routine for about 4 years now, is that I have... Yeah, we got Cat. He's doing a clean. He's doing a heckin' clean. I've got pecs. Am I on? Yeah, Proganova. Yeah, that's what I'm on. What was I going to say? I have pecs. I'm currently on 2 milligrams, by the way, of Proganova, which is estradiol. It's not progesterone, as far as they told me. They said that, yeah, estradiol valerate. So they told me progesterone might be an option further down the line, if I want to.
Welcome
I can opt for that.
Room.
Pork, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us, friend. But yeah, as somebody who's been doing, generally speaking, a bodybuilding focused routine for 4 years, I've developed quite a bit of pectoral muscle. I don't have huge pecs, but if I'm shirtless and looking in the mirror, there's visible, like, I'm not flat chested. So I look at it, I'm touching that area a lot, and I feel like that could be seen as sexual. Sorry. But yeah, I look in the mirror and I'm just like, well, there's something there. And I'm like, and they're a bit soft. There is a bit of softness to it. But I'm not 100% certain there's any growth yet. That's the tricky thing. It's like, I don't know if I've started growing, because I know I've got pecs. I work out pecs. Well, yeah, honestly, Blue, my family, especially on my mother's side, have the big titty gene. Won't notice it for another 3 months or so. Well, there we go. I feel like on the subject, I'm gonna need to tell my gym soon. I've been wearing sports bras to the gym even though there's nothing really there. But it's like, I like wearing tank tops, and I don't want something to accidentally slip out. Boob's got a heap of growth at around 2 months after you change to estradiol gels. Developed giant breasts, huge mummy milkers. Need to call your endo. You got blood work a few weeks ago. I need to talk to him to see if anything needs to be adjusted. It's understandable. Your mum has the milkers gene, but you're 2 years HRT and flat. Well, that's not good. But yeah, the mental health effects have been good. I'm enjoying the mental health effects. And I honestly do. I think I see some difference in my face too. And yeah, you're right, the eyes. I get the suspicion though, personally, with my eyes. I don't think anything's physically changed shape. I think I just genuinely, you can just see in my eyes, I look happier, is the main thing. So that's crucial. Hate that, yeah, it is a bit. I meme it, I'm not one of those people. Anyway. We've been going for about an hour and a half. My joke's that she'll leave if you keep calling them mummy milkers. Oh, fuck. Can we take a short break and I'll get another cup of tea and we'll come back? Check out the Norimaki synthesizer. That might be an idea. I have considered getting into synth, honestly. I mean, I'm terrible at playing guitar, so I probably shouldn't pick up another expensive... Excuse me, shouldn't pick up another expensive instrument. Am I going to grow some fat jugs? Yes, and you can peck my pecs if you wish. Because I saw you said that and I forgot to respond to it. Okay, yeah. I'm going to stand up, stretch my back, stretch my legs. Not an instrument. Oh my god, my stomach is grumbling as well. Norimaki synthesizer, what is it? Electrically charged gel to stimulate. What's this? Flavorable, lickable flavor synthesizer can recreate taste. What the fuck? I thought you were talking about an instrument. Because I want to get a synth keypad. Not that I know how to use the fucking thing. I would learn. Okay, we'll come back to this in a moment. This is fucking weird, dude. This is fucking weird. All right. Anywho. We're going to be right back. Give me, 5-ish minutes or so, and we'll come back to the streams. Just a moment. Don't go away, friendos. I love your faces. Hello, I pressed the wrong button. Today is absolutely a dietary write-off, so fuck it. Dark chocolate. NBSP, that's a lot of fucking hearts. Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm back, by the way. I see your pronouns in chat, Chaotic. Fair. I don't know. I think like maybe it takes some time to reload or something like that. Spread the fucking love, dude. I've got some 85% dark chalk. I love this shit, dude. It's so good. I mean, I like sweet dark chocolate as well. But the sheer intensity of this stuff is so fucking good. I want to try even darker. You can get 90 and sometimes 95%. Hydrate. %70's good. I got more tea. But yeah, I'm going to try to get straight back into... Some of you are going to warn me against this. Probably. I'm going to get the dietary scientists in my chat in a second. I'm thinking of going to 1,200 calories a day. Sorry, I bumped the microphone again. Going on a serious cut. Which is not good for titty growth, because titties is fat and all of that. But I am strongly considering going on a serious cut. It's low, but it's for aesthetics. I mean, I have some visible muscle definition. I know my arms are very huge, but it's also just I want to lose more weight, and I'm stuck hovering at 70, and it's primarily because I eat too much on fucking Sundays. Because it's Sunday morning tea and I have no self-control. They put out all this food on the table and I eat all of it. And then I just write the rest of the day off and eat chocolate. But a cut would be specifically changing my diet so that I only eat specific foods. Oh, am I going to check? Yeah, we'll check out the thing in a sec. Only eat specific foods, only eat specific amounts of foods. And honestly, it's kind of the worst thing in the world. I've done it before. Not to a huge extent, but when you're eating so little that you feel perpetually hungry throughout the day, it also has effects on your energy, can have effects on your mental health. But I just, yeah, I have body image issues and I want to get leaner. And I'm considering dropping my upper body workouts altogether again because of other body image issues. Look at myself in the mirror sometimes and I like my physique, I like my shoulders, I like my arms, but I'm like, you're not girly enough. So I'm like, great, cool, awesome. Gender norms. Also. Oh, fucking good. We will come to the Norimaki synthesizer in a second. We'll do that. Great. I had a point I wanted to raise. Very brief thing. Yes, estrogen will make you a girl. Just want to fit in smaller dresses. That'd be nice too. I mean, I like my dresses being a bit flowier and draping off me a bit. What was I gonna say? God, I had a point here. Saying you are a girl. Yeah, exactly. Saying you're a girl makes you a girl. Here's a thing that I wanted to actually do. This is what I was thinking about while I was taking a piss. Fun fact. Girls, I've thought about doing a few little meme-y, like, pop-up text things. And having them, like, be mildly animated. And I'm trying to figure out in my head how to do it. I know roughly how to do it. I can put together like transparent GIFs and stuff probably. Or like video files that have chroma key on them. I'm just considering like how would I approach it at the moment. So right now I'm thinking I might add some stuff because I say biological woman and all that, and I wouldn't mind like pressing a button that says biological woman and flashes the text up one word after another as I say it. Bring some of that back, you know. Hang on. feel so bad laughing about this mission in Cyberpunk. Dude needs a ride to the doctor because an implant is painfully malfunctioning. An implant between his legs. How you feel is who you are, true. Like, this is a video that I want to do, is talking about what is a woman and getting really into that whole discussion. Because at the end of the day, what is a woman, really? You know? So, that's one I've been putting off. I started writing the script and I was like, I didn't get very far into it. I'm not sharing my chocolate, fuck yourselves. Rub it on the lens. I'll show you what the brand is. Just from
Welcome
Aldi, it's
to the
nothing
Rogue
special.
Room.
Vazzetto, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down and grab a drink. Awesome dark chocolate if you've got it, and chill out with us. I hope you're doing well. Go, I see it. I don't feel
Welcome to
comfortable
the Rogue
saying
Room.
the Marana Angel, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with his friend. I don't feel comfortable saying that term for undergarments because it's very, very close to a racial slur, and I don't want to get. I've said it before, actually. I'm just like, I don't want to say it and have someone ban me. I promise we will come to the synthesizer. I've got the article up now. Yeah, don't pull a PewDiePie. How long is the dress? I'm glad you guys like the dress, by the way. You folks, you friends. I'm glad you friendos like the dress. Yeah, that word is referring to underpants, specifically. The dress is pretty short. I will show you. It's like just above my knee. Yeah. And look at my pretty tie-dye socks. Look at that, carefully covering up everything. Come on. We've got tie-dye socks on. You see them? Anyway, the Norimaki synthesizer. Let's talk about this. Heartbroken when you made it through the denial that he's a Nazi and idolized him for years. I still don't think he's a Nazi. I just think he's in that same boat as Joe Rogan, where it's like he facilitates people down an alt-right pipeline. Like we've said in the past, he had fucking Ben Shapiro on his show and stuff. They are long. It is entirely possible he is. He definitely has a lot more against him now. You mean like in terms of evidence? Is that what you mean? The thing that he let me think, what was it called? The thing that he pointed out with regards to that is he said it was the Georgian cross on the whatchamacallit, what he was wearing. But it is very suspect, isn't it? Especially given his very Aryan appearance, you know? But anyway, there are breakdowns with this. Always found game streams that aren't attorney or speedrunning to be boring. I was considering doing a Stardew stream soon. I can understand that though. I think there's something particularly interesting about watching a stream that's got a certain end goal, I guess. If someone's just playing a game, I prefer when someone's playing a game and they're doing a challenge run of some sort. So not necessarily a speed run, but typically challenge runs. If someone's just playing the game, which is what I was going to do with Stardew, honestly. My last challenge that I did in Stardew was to try to court every single available bachelor in the town. I never got around to finishing it, but it's very, very tricky to do that. Oh my god, my gut is rumbling. Anyway, just lost the game. There's a hip-hop artist nobody's thought about in a minute. Norimaki synthesizer uses electrically charged gel to simulate different flavors. Japanese researcher Homei Miyashita has developed a lickable device that uses 5 gel nodules made of dissolved electrolytes to replicate different food tastes without the user having to ingest anything. Called the Norimaki synthesizer, the rod-shaped device is able to simulate any flavor represented by the 5 universally accepted basic taste sensations: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. I didn't know umami was one of those. Okay. Miyashita, a researcher and professor at Meiji University in Tokyo, and his team believe the discovery opens up new possibilities for human-computer interaction. The Norimaki synthesizer, they believe, could provide an entirely new medium for multimedia experiences. Sounds fucking gross. We're gonna go to the movies and stick our tongue on this fucking thing, kids. The gadget uses 5 gels made of dissolved electrolytes that, when electrically charged, provide controlled amounts of each of the 5 basic tastes to deliver a combination of tastes to the user's tongue. The research team likened the process to optical displays that produce many colors from lights of 3 basic colors: red, yellow, and blue. Each of the gels are made by dissolving 5 different electrolytes: sodium chloride, glycine, magnesium chloride, citric acid, and glutamic sodium in a small amount of water in separate solutions to create highly concentrated blends. Food coloring was also added to distinguish each substance, including black sodium chloride, red glycine, brown magnesium chloride, yellow citric acid, and pink glutamic sodium. Heated agar, a jelly-like substance obtained from red algae, is then added to these solutions, which are inserted into a tube with a diameter of 6 mm and left to cool and harden into a gel. You gonna look, righty-o, Jacinta. Platinum wire electrodes are inserted into each of the 5 gels before being placed into the rod-like device, which has a diameter of 20 mm. Each is that 20 mm? Is that what it says? Before being placed into the rod-like device, I guess. I don't know what it is, but it looks like it's bigger than 20 mm wide, or diameter, I suppose. Each isolated gel can be given a different current intensity to individually control its tastes. Miyashita likens the look of the handheld device to a norimaki, a sushi roll wrapped in dried seaweed. I want some norimaki. From which the project takes its name. Gotta start your day now, Radio Detroit. Have a good one. There you go. Get out of my stream. And go have a lovely day. The Norimaki synthesizer is wrapped in copper foil, which acts as an anode, while the wire acts as a cathode. Together with the human body contact, these work to form an electrical circuit. This is so weird. The other end of each wire is connected to a variable resistor attached to a central controller. By adjusting its sliders, Miyashita and his research team... Oh, if I do that, then it's just... Okay, whatever, that'll work. Miyashita and his research team could change and transition between tastes, including going from a sweet taste like gummy candy to the salty, sour taste of sushi. Fragrance, however, cannot be reproduced, the researcher told Dazine, or the pungency of something spicy. When applied to the tongue with no voltage, the user can taste all 5 tastes, explained Miyashita in his research paper on the Norimaki synthesizer. However, when an electric potential is applied, the cations, positively charged ions in the gel, move to the cathode side and away from the tongue, so that the flavor is tasted, he continued. In this way, we have developed a taste display that reproduces an arbitrary taste by individually suppressing the sensation of each of the 5 basic tastes, like subtractive synthesis. Many tech designers are experimenting with ways to use technology to replicate physical experiences. Students at the RCA have created a device that licks you during a phone conversation. A what? And Studio Tada has developed a haptic fingernail that lets the wearer experience touch virtually. There you go. Yeah, a what? A fucking device that licks you during a phone conversation. I'm sorry, when I'm on the phone with someone, I don't want the experience of being licked. I've got a cat that licks you. Fucking sexual. You got auto-modded for sexual, like a cat. Yeah, I could just have my cat next to me. I'm on the phone, cat licking me. Like I ever hold the phone up to me, or I put it on speakerphone and put it down on the desk. No one ever calls me when I'm out in public. There you go. Somebody was developing a device that licks you at the very least. I don't know why they would do that. Umami, how about uwu mommy? Uwu? Nya nya. I need to get cat ears, uwu. Super hacking valid, uwu. Uwu mommy milk. No, we're not doing that again. We're not going back to mommy milkers. Oh god. I can hear a creaking noise. There's There's a creaking noise in like my roof or something. Can I get a nya? I'm so susceptible to manipulation. This is why my relationships end poorly. There is no smudge command. Why is there no smudge command, honestly? He's around somewhere. What was I going to talk about next? We started out talking about Pete Evans and we were going to go into Israel Folau. But I don't know if anyone's interested in learning about the issues with an Australian football player who posted homophobic shit on social media and got fired for it. And is now being reconsidered to be let back in, but so far has been rebuked. Am I in Asia? No, I'm in Australia. I'm in Australia. Are my lights dying again? They are. Fucking fairy lights, man. Jesus Christ. Piss weak. I need to buy some like solid fairy lights that have a long-lasting battery or something. Ridiculous. This is what Kmart gets you. Rubbish. What time do I stream? Usually 9 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time. It's currently 11 PM my time, so a couple hours ago. Pretty much every day at this point. I'm like, honestly, this has been the past couple of weeks. How many times have I streamed over the past couple of weeks, for example? I've been streaming daily now for, not stream summary, channel analytics, since January 23rd. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days in a row. And I've been loving it, honestly. It's been so good, especially since the change to doing this format where I'm not playing. I think I genuinely have an issue with, like, I enjoy video games. I enjoy playing them. I like the format of doing gaming streams. But I think I just burn myself out on games if I play them every day. Even if I'm only playing them like previously before I made this switch, I was primarily doing gaming streams like every 4 days a week, Sunday through Wednesday. And even then, it just became playing video games as a chore. Whereas it seems like this format, even on a daily basis, doesn't feel like a chore. It feels like just a fun way to chill out and unwind, and I think the fact that I'm focusing more heavily on a discussion-based format than any particular video game. I will do a video game stream soon. Like I mentioned, I want to go back to Stardew, but yeah, this has been really good for my stream. Honestly, it's been really good for me personally, for my mental health. It's been helping quite a lot. I look forward to streams now, as opposed to feeling like there's some kind of responsibility. Anyway. Makes you think about the Mega Milk pic. Also creeps you out considering the context of the source material. I think it's from a Dojin or something. It's an incest one. Lovely. Stardew is great. Hello, Pink Morris. How you doing? Guten Morgen. But yeah, like the Mommy Milkers meme is amusing, but I can see why it's creepy at the same time. There is a hair in my mouth, I think, which is not great. I hope you folks have been enjoying the streams lately. It seems to be the case that people have been sticking around and enjoying hanging out here, which I greatly appreciate. Does anyone have anything else they would like to present as a topic? Because I have a few other bits of news here if you want to talk about. Perhaps the fact that Miranda in Mass Effect has had the butt shots from her cutscenes toned down. Do you want to talk about that? You hate it here? So do I, actually. This is actually a form of self-abuse. I loathe it. I detest every... Exhausted but can't sleep. I know that feeling. I hate that feeling so much. Here's an interesting one. Although this is the problem, is like, I know this is a bad thing. There's a Nevada bill that would allow tech companies to create governments. I'm like, I know that is bad, but I don't know the finer details of why that is bad. I'm like, I could read the article, but I'm kind of just like, I could probably end up saying some shit and misunderstanding the context of everything that's going on and making myself look like a dipshit. I don't want to do that. I mean, but I suppose that's the great thing about the live format, right? Is I can have opinions on political things. And if I get something specifically wrong, chat can be there to call me out on it if they feel like it. Which I would appreciate. You know, I do appreciate some discussion as long as you're not explicitly argumentative. I absolutely hate that I cannot get this stupid trans women in sports thing out of my head. Maybe I should stop making YouTube videos about the topic. I was actually going to use that as a subject for one of my upcoming video essays. The outfit in that video is so cute. Which one is that? It's the... Let me mute it for a sec. Oh, yes, I love that outfit. And my makeup. Look at this. Look at this fine-ass bitch right here. Holy shit, dude. That is such a cool outfit. It's actually a pinafore, so it's an overalls skirt thing. I do still have that hat. Oh, where's that necklace? That's a different necklace to this one. This is the one that my mother got me. Can't really see it. Yeah, this is a lot more sentimental than that other one, because that other one's a piece of cheap garbage. I think I just put it away somewhere and I forgot about it. I should get my other... Because now I've got this amethyst necklace as well, which is a little bit more hippie looking. What are your thoughts on the idea for a cure for autism? I think it's a terrible idea. I think it's genocidal, and I think we should absolutely throw that entire idea in the bin. Hecklin, you sneaky fuck. Thank you so kindly for grabbing that. There should not be. Hunatic, hello, welcome in. How you doing? Autism is not a disease. Autism is not something that needs curing. Autism is not, for example, cancer. You know? Hello, forks are free. I hope the forks are free. If I'm going to eat out in public, I better not be expected to pay for my own fucking forks. That's rude. I'm contemplating dropping the swearing from my streams, actually, which would be rather interesting because I'm an Australian. What was exclamation mark permit? How am I doing? I'm doing fine. I'm doing dandy. But yeah, like, we have the biggest autism awareness charity. And yeah, I know, an Aussie who doesn't swear. That's a bit fucking stupid, honestly, cunt. There's... You know of Autism Speaks, right? I'm sure you're all aware that Autism Speaks is an organization. But the thing about autism is it's not some sort of curable illness. It's not emphysema. You know, it's not... What's another example? You get the idea. It's not something that is curable. I was going to say AIDS or HIV, and that feels kind of insensitive, because there are people living with AIDS and HIV today who are living comfortable lives on medication that prevents their symptoms from getting to the point that they used to, and we should absolutely not, by any stretch of the... There is this weird thing that people who have HIV and AIDS are still demonized today, which is really bizarre. Like, it's not at all a fault of theirs that they happened to get it. Yeah, the viral load is non-existent. So, you know, if you find yourself loathing someone for having HIV, fuck yourself. Anyway, but yeah, Autism Speaks can absolutely fuck off, because it seems like they very much push the narrative, especially to parents of autistic children, that if your child is autistic... no, it's not your insensitivity. I just mean like in general. It's worth bringing up that point, is what I was trying to get at. Autism Speaks treats autism like it's some kind of disease that is affecting their children in such a negative way, and they specifically tend to pander to, like I said, the parents of autistic kids, and those parents are the ones who are taking care of severely autistic, low-functioning autistic children that are very much a strain on their lives. You know, the child has to be cared for 24/7 kind of deal. And I use this term a lot. Those parents self-abnegate for the sake of their children. They give up their lives. All they do is parent these children. And as a result, it makes them very susceptible to a charity saying, well, look, we're going to look for a cure for autism and you can get your life back. and that's how they coerce people into their ideology. Autism Speaks is an absolutely corrupt and vile organization, and autism is not something that can be cured, nor should it be. Autism has affected me in severe ways. Autism has affected certain friends of mine in severe ways. I've met heavily autistic people, and you know what the crazy thing is about them? They love that they're autistic. They're not in pain with it or something like that. It's not something that's causing them to vomit blood in the night, you know? Autism does create issues. Autism does have side effects and symptoms, that can negatively impact lives. Like I've said, I've had breakdowns on numerous occasions that have put me into a state that I cannot get out of. I have tics, I have social issues, but none of those things are things I would take away in an instant. Like, I genuinely am proud of the fact that I am autistic. You suspect you are, but everyone you try to talk about, really? What a bunch of assholes. What are some of your suspicions about autism? Like, what is it that makes you think you are autistic, if you don't mind me asking? It isn't something that even qualifies as something that could be cured. It's a difference, not a disease. Yeah, exactly. It's called autism spectrum disorder, not autism spectrum disease, you know. Off topic, the room is so nice, thank you. I'm very proud of how my room looks at the moment. I've just recently bought this cute little sequin love heart cushion. I'm going to try to add a whole bunch more stupid plush things to my bed. And we're going to get lights on this shelving unit. And more lighting things, more lights. Pinipy, Pinipy, is an inspiration. And also I'm going to get a painting on that wall there. My mother is doing me a trans sunset sort of a skyline, like trans pride flag theme sunset painting, inspired by another piece that I saw online. And that's going to go above my bed head. And I also want to get something to go on that wall there. I don't know what yet. Anyone have any ideas? Maybe I should buy... You know what I would honestly love to have there? A poster of Celeste. Where is... I wonder if I can get one. Not Redbubble. Celeste Mountain. There's a good artwork that someone's done. That's pretty fucking cool. That'd be sick. I like that. The heart of Rocky Mountains. Celeste. Anyway, as you were saying, good portion of what you just described. Almost all your friends are on the spectrum. Oh my god. Excuse me. Another streamer you watch has been talking about her experience living with autism. Her streams have been super informative. Also working with a group making a guild like SAG-AFTRA for Twitch streamers. That's cool. First goal is to make a code of conduct that will make sure to create inclusive spaces for everyone, including neurodivergence. Nice. Almost all your friends are on the spectrum. So, like, have your friends not considered that you might be autistic? And yeah, a hologram poster would be fucking cool. Actually, if not Celeste, is it this plate? There is one piece in particular that I would love to have on that wall, actually. Sorry to keep diverging, but for those of you who are fans of VaatiVidya, fuck yes, I want this piece. That's 4 separate plates. This is this plate. And this is like if... You know how there's The Surge, the Souls-like game that's sort of sci-fi? This looks like what The Surge would be like if it was actually good. This is supposed to be like a hyper sci-fi Dark Souls kind of thing. And I just want that fucking game. Honestly, it doesn't exist. This game doesn't exist, but I fucking want it. Seriously, dude, like, From Software needs to take their Souls format and apply it to hyper sci-fi. They're like super far future sci-fi kind of shit. They would nail it in a heartbeat. It'd be sick. You have more autistic friends than allistic ones. I mean, that makes sense. Like, autism spectrum disorder affects a lot of people. Especially, like, there are a lot of people who are not... there are a lot of people who are not aware of the fact that they might have
Welcome
it.
to the Rogue Room.
Peston Chua, or Choi, how you doing? Welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. There are a lot of folks who would probably not be aware of the fact that they have ASD. But of course, I am not someone who can diagnose. Wouldn't even call it a disorder. It gives a different perspective on the world. I'm just using the currently accepted terminology. One, you can't... so hang on. This different perspective. One, you can't experience except through autistic people telling you about it. Imagine what humanity would miss out on. Well, I mean, yeah, really, like, autistic people are just neurodivergent people. That's all we are. We just see the world a different way. Your friends accept and consider it, and change. Yeah, change terrifies me as well, absolutely. What about things like schizophrenia? Would that be a curable illness? Arguably, yes, because it seems like the symptoms of schizophrenia are largely ones that are hugely negative, but I don't think it is actually a curable illness, is the thing. It's in the same boat of, like, it's a mental illness. It's definitely a mental illness, but the treatment is not it's not in the sense that you can actually cure it so much as you can treat it. You can stem the tide of the symptoms, but you can't cure it, no, unfortunately. Diagnosed with ADHD in high school, but that was before they accepted dual diagnosis of ADHD and autism. For a while, you thought you may be autistic, and learning more about it has deepened those suspicions, so you're planning on getting a diagnosis when you can. That would be a good idea. It'd be good. It helps you accept, honestly, and I mean, I've known since I was about 11, I think. Either 8 or 11, one of those ages, I've known that I am autistic, and just knowing and having an awareness of what autism is and having an awareness of the fact that I am autistic has helped me to become more aware with the way that I see the world is not the way that everyone sees the world. There are so many things that I have an intrinsic viewpoint on, an intrinsic perspective on, that I have to say to myself, listen, the way you're looking at this is not the way everyone else is looking at this. And that helps a lot. Used to have meltdowns all the time over the slightest changes as a child. So did I, absolutely. Physically and psychologically abused. I'm so sorry to hear that. And small town of 416 people and never felt human. I know the feeling of never feeling human. It's very, very difficult. You gonna head to sleep, Feast? Have a good one. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat. You guys are going too fast for me. Anyway, can you get a clap for President Lava's passing weed in Estonia? I saw that earlier. Yes, Feston. Can we get a round of applause? Because Estonians, as was mentioned, can finally get stoned. Fucking yeah, mate. You are human. You have your respect. There you go. Exactly. We respect all autistic folks around here. You are welcome. We respect and love all neurodivergent folks. We respect and love all queer folks here in the Rogue Room. Cat, what the fuck are you doing? Anyway. Hello, Max Cat. How you doing? I have blue paint. I do have blue paint on my eyes. I've got an awesome, like, ocean blue eyeshadow palette, and it looks sick, and I'm experimenting with colors. I need to find a blue lipstick that'll match this, because it's a vibe. I'm very summery looking tonight, actually. I've been doing this thing with my blush, where I bring the blush, like, right across my nose and up around my eyes. You can kind of see it. I think I also went too heavy on contour here by accident, but it doesn't matter that much. But the thing is, the lighting kind of ruins the makeup. You can't see the blush all that much. You can kind of see the general gist of the foundation. I'll try to post a selfie on my story later that gives me on my Instagram story or my Twitter fleets or whatever, where you can see how I've been doing the blush, but it doesn't show up on stream. Like, even if I change this to that just looks like I'm in a fucking walk-in freezer now. Yeah. Have incredible facial structure. Thank you so kindly. I get a lot of compliments on my cheekbones, honestly, which is awesome. Had almost zero emotional control as a child. That's me. Honestly, same thing. Struggle greatly with context. You often think so differently than neurotypicals. Attach kids all the time. Hit yourself. That is something I do. Volume control, very difficult. You might notice sometimes I peak my microphone because I don't know how to keep my voice down. Sometimes I try to keep a more of a hushed, whispery tone, especially because I want to try to feminize my voice more. But, that's neither here nor there. But honestly, it sounds like you should seek someone who can give you a diagnosis, because those are all things that, yeah, like if I get too stressed out, I've mentioned this on stream before, I do hit. I hit my head, I've hit my arms, legs. It's very, very difficult to deal with, you know. It's effectively self-harm, but it's kind of out of your control. Lefton just zoned the fuck out. Welcome back, Broken. Always remember that weed prohibition is just an excuse to target minorities. It absolutely is, Del. Absolutely is. Suffered with depression and anxiety since early childhood, which is common with ASD. It is. Pursuing a diagnosis, but the Air Force is dragging their feet. Ugh. Too lazy to do makeup. I love makeup. Makeup is so much fun. Am I going for a trans color aesthetic? I wasn't intentionally. But yeah, pink bow, blue eyeshadow. I should have got the pink lip. Or I should get a white lipstick. That'd look a little bit crazy. I have considered, you know, I could probably get a colorful eyeshadow palette and do like trans pride colors on my eyes. That'd be fun. I need suggestions for lip colors. I don't do lip colors a lot. I tend to do lip gloss and that's it. Because I feel like I look stupid with lipstick on. I've got red. Red is one I use fairly routinely. I've got a maroon, which looks okay. I've got black, which always goes well, especially when we do the goth aesthetic. Oh yeah, the mug. This mug has honestly lasted me like 10 years. It's so fucking good. It's a genuinely awesome mug. Huge fan of dark purple. Try plum color. Matte blue, that would be sick. Greetings, Bernard, fellow Earthling. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting together a whole bunch of different same color makeups. So buy a batch of like eyeliner eyeshadow that's like, say, a bunch of reds, and get a couple of red lipsticks, and then get some greens and some purples, and like have like themed makeup that's a specific color scheme. Because I tend to like monochromatics quite a lot. The aesthetic of the monochrome of different shades is always nice. Although, you know, in here right now we have got a bit of a color scheme. We've got the pinks, the purples, the reds, the blues. Let me see how. Due to your abusive childhood, you wanted a cure for autism as you were taught to hate that part of yourself. But as nerdy as that sounds, Overhaul's arc in My Hero Academia has really turned you away from that perspective. Seeing his hate and bigotry and in his attempt to curing quirks, the powers and differences many characters in that series have. I can understand that. Like, I think there is a lot, especially like, you know, good media. Good multimedia, good books, good songs, good movies, good shows, and all that kind of stuff that are actually well researched and well written based on real world concepts that give you a sense of understanding of certain things about yourself and society as a whole. That can I strongly believe, you know, the interpretations of media, the way we look at different types of media can be a huge boon to discovering things about ourselves. Let me think, for example. Like, sorry, nose is running. Yeah, gross. Shoving shit up my nose on stream. At least I'm doing it on camera, not going out of the room. Just do a line. But yeah, like, for example, here's an example. Sorry, I just peeked the microphone again. I know I did. Here is an example. TOS. Knowing that Madeline from Celeste is trans. I'm so cool. Thank you, Blue Knight Run. Inspired me to pick up Celeste and actually try it. And as I was playing through the game and experiencing the story, there were a number of story beats, there were a number of things that Madeline expressed. It was just like, holy fuck, I feel that on such a deep level. You know, I connected so much with this character because of, you know, the dialogues that she had throughout the game. And knowing that Madeline was trans is just made that feeling even deeper. Like, there is a moment, maybe I shouldn't spoil it. I've played through the whole game on stream. I haven't completed it in the sense that, you know, speedrunners and challenge runners want you to do. It's a very difficult platformer. Let's get that out of the way right now. It's very, very difficult. But there are, you know, purists who are like, you haven't finished the game until you've done this variant of this level that's ultra super mega hard and will make you want to rip the rest of your hair out. Like, no. I finished the story. I'm done, fam. By the way, Trans Liberation Now. In case you missed it. Gatekeepers are cringe. That's one of the things that I'm finding myself disliking about the Souls community in some ways. I haven't played Souls in a while, though, mind you. I'm going to again. But, I very much enjoy Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and all of those From Software games. But the Souls community does have a bit of a gatekeeping problem. Trans Liberation Now. Do it. Liberate the trans. Liberate all the baby trans. And there does seem to be an issue in the Souls community of folks who are, you know, obviously like, get good. Which is a meme in the Souls community, but if somebody is trying to break into the Souls community, if somebody is trying to... I've seen this in numerous...
Welcome to the Rogue Room.
Chief Katie. Hello with all those pride hearts. And Peyote Yeti, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. Trans Liberation Now! I will get to my point about Dark Souls. I've seen numerous first playthroughs of the games. I love watching first playthroughs of Dark Souls. It's so fun. If you know what, I'm kind of feeling it tonight. If we can, let's find a Dark Souls streamer who's played through the game for the first time. Liberate our rights, because we are constantly losing them thanks to TERFs. Cause oh no,
Welcome to the Rogue
the
Room.
trans women in restrooms. Max Cat, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us as you have been. But yeah, I've noticed, you know, there's a couple of people who gatekeep in different ways. There's a lot of backseat gaming. If someone's doing a first playthrough, you got to shut that shit down. They'll be like, "Oh, can I tell you how to do this? Can I tell you how to do this? Oh, you're not really doing that correctly. You're not really using that weapon correctly. You should be doing this." Blah blah blah. It gets so tiring. It's like sometimes, dude, I just want to watch someone play a Dark Souls game for the first time and experience it like I experienced it. I got stuck on the Capra Demon for so fucking long, and then I got stuck on Chaos Witch Quelaag. Was actually my breaking point for a while, until I came back to the game and finally kicked the shit out of that bitch. Then of course Ornstein and Smo was a very heavy barrier to entry for a while there. I can absolutely no hit that game nowadays. No, I can't. So many dog whistles, absolutely. There was a story I was going to touch on, but I think I deleted my Word document that actually had the article in it. We were talking about Posey Parker, who put out a little video where she was talking about, you know, men who may or may not be armed is the thing that she, if you men who may or may not carry, you know, maybe go and start using women's restrooms to protect your mothers and your sisters and your aunties and all of that from the dreaded, deadly Buffalo Bill trannies that are going in there to rape your female family members that totally exist and are not some straw man we just made up so that we can deconstruct transgender women. Fuck, I hate these people.
Welcome to the Rogue Room.
Chief Katie, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. TERF is a contradiction. You know why? Or the term gender critical is really stupid because the very concept of feminism, you know, these trans exclusionary radical feminists, when they call themselves gender critical feminists, and things like that, it's like, that's such a misnomer because feminism at its core is already very acutely critical of gender. You're not saying anything by calling yourself a gender critical. Feminism is a critique of gender at its very base concept. God, there was a topic I could talk about for half an hour without a script. Fuck me dead. Oh no, a transgender person in bathrooms. We just need to piss. That's it. And I'm ever so thankful for Jacinta, who's in here in chat all the time lately. Recently helped me, went with me to the bathroom because I needed to take a leak. And I'm just like, I don't want to go in there by myself. Jacinta the Splinter, so she accompanied me, which was really, really polite of her. And that's the scary thing. It's like, why do I need an accompaniment? I don't need a companion to take a leak. But apparently I do. Us grills don't need to worry about that. What was I gonna... Why can't there be woman spaces and trans spaces? I fucking hate that so much. Might head off radio, Fox. Have a good one, dude. Neurotypicals. Yeah, exactly. Fucking neurotypicals. Yeah, it's not like there isn't already transgender bathrooms in your house. Again, I'm going to keep bringing this up. Unisex bathrooms now. There should be no group bathrooms in public spaces, period. End of discussion. There should be individual stall bathrooms. That's it. Yeah, I've been to like rest stops on the side of the highway going, you know, to someplace 4 hours away. We stop halfway along at a rest stop. You know what they've got? Individual stall public restrooms. They've got a toilet and they've got a sink. How is that not the standard in every public space? How is that not the standard in schools? How is that not the standard in gyms? How is that not the standard in shopping centers? How is that not the standard anywhere that public bathrooms are a thing? Problem the fuck solved. You don't need a women's restroom and a men's restroom. You know, obviously, you know, make more disabled restrooms as well. But honestly, like the very concept of gender and the very concept of segregating areas based on gender, yeah, like you said, segregation, plain and simple. It's categorization. They only want the people who were assigned female at birth going into the women's restrooms, and they only want the people who were assigned male at birth going into the men's restrooms. The only... Because cis men have a fetish for urinals so they can pee standing up. I fucking hate urinals. Can I also just mention that? I fucking hate urinals. Urinals are stupid. Gendered bathrooms logic. 10 slots available, but you can't use the other 5 because fuck you, never mind the fact 5 of them are full and 5 of them are left. I was too quick. I've been getting on the auto mod shit tonight. We haven't had anyone caught in the auto mod, I don't think, that was actually being hateful. But I've got my auto mod settings set pretty high, so we are getting a lot of auto modding lately because of the fact that we've been getting a ton of real assholes in chat. And the thing is, the auto mod settings aren't really catching the assholes because they're working around it by using certain language that isn't pissing off the mod. Stupid. Can't wait till you pass as male and can walk into women's bathrooms and yell, "It's okay, I have a vagina." There was a comic that was literally that. It was, you know, some woman screeching at some author. I think it was something about schools. I think it was in a school, and they're just like, "Oh, they shouldn't be using this bathroom if they don't have the correct
Welcome
genitalia."
to the Rogue Room.
Misty Kitty TV, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. And then 2 men walk past. They're just like, "Oh, well, okay." And they're 2 manly men, and they walk into the women's restroom, and then, you know, she's just standing there looking stunned. Like, what did you fucking expect? That's what you're gonna do. The trans men have to piss too, and if you're going to segregate bathrooms based on genitalia, guess what? You're gonna see some real fucking men in your toilets. Not a trans girl who happens to have broad shoulders. I have really broad shoulders. I hate it, actually. And that's the thing too, right? Is... Thank you for ever gifted you. I can't even remember, honestly. Hello, Miserabella. This is also the thing about the TERF thing in TERF Island in the UK. There is an actual problem with these gender critical types, where they were actually going out of their way to state on public forums. Seriously, it's going to say trans people is something that needs to be... Anyway, we'll come back to that in just a sec. It's really disturbing and worrying to me that there is actually a movement among the GC TERF community of arm yourselves, cis women, with tasers and 9mm pistols. And if you see someone, if you see a tranny, you see one of them dirty trannies in the restrooms, you're armed and you're ready to go.
Thank you for your membership.
Kibby Monster, thank you for subscribing at Tier 1. Enjoy all the delights of the subscriber lounge. I'm going to talk over my bot because fuck them. Welcome to the subscriber lounge. This is all we do. Apparently in the UK you can get guns. Yeah. I didn't think that was a thing. I guess maybe like concealed carry permits or something like that. At any rate, there were people on gender critical forums, on TERF forums, Mumsnet and things like that, where they were saying arm yourselves. And if you see a trans, be ready to go in case they try to approach you. And it's like, you know, they're trying to make it seem like this is a big issue. And the reality of the situation is like, there are a lot of cis women. We talked about this before. There are cis women who've got Adam's apples, sweetheart. There are cis women who've got broad shoulders, sweetheart. There are cis women who have a heavy brow ridge and a strong jawbone, sweetheart. There are cisgender women going into women's restrooms who you might clock as a transgender woman. And you're going to go out of your way to potentially commit a felony because you think that the transgender women are going into those restrooms to rape and murder women. And it's simply not happening. When has it happened? I want them to actually provide me with some solid, genuine evidence outside of their stupid strawman arguments that this is a legitimate concern. Has there been a single case that they have used to prove their point outside of fiction? It is terrifying. You can, but the requirements are stringent as fuck. Good. Fucking hell, my gut is grumbling like crazy.
Welcome to the Rogue Room.
Texas J, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. Cults are illegal, but with the correct licenses, you can own firearms. Not allowed automatic weapons. Thank fuck for that, honestly. Gotta destroy them butch lesbians. Your mum has thick eyebrows, that's why your eyebrows are dank. Yeah, I've seen like a bunch of Texas Super Saiyan. Nice. Is that what it actually means? The logic is just like one person died from vaccine, and even then, you know, can you even show me the evidence that a person died from whatever vaccine it was? Or like their argument is that I think somebody actually mentioned in one of my YouTube comments not too long ago, Tex Ass J. Well, Tex, there you go. Somebody mentioned in one of my comments recently, and I didn't end up going and following up this with research because I couldn't be bothered because they were just using this as a TERF talking point, right? Somebody mentioned in one of my YouTube comments that there was a case of, I think it was a trans woman in a women's prison who violently attacked and raped another inmate. And I'm like, I hate to break this to you, but they're in prison. What did you expect? It's prison. Like, it's generally not full of upstanding members of society. There's gonna be some reprehensible people in prisons. I mean, I don't agree with the prison system. I believe fully in a rehabilitation system, and of course there are going to be good people in prisons that have just been caught up in the justice system. But are you really going to use that argument? Like, we know crimes happen, but to use a single incident of a crime happening to strip the rights of trans people is reprehensible. Heard of one case of a dude pretending to be trans to molest a girl, but even if one guy does that, it's no excuse to restrict the rights of trans women. Exactly. We still don't know what the situation is with Jessica Yaniv, do we? Jessica Yaniv, whose legal name is Jessica Simpson? Really? Okay. That's kind of amusing, I guess. But, you know, Jessica Yaniv was someone who
Welcome
has
to
had...
the Rogue Room.
Bryce from the Brook, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us. Friendo. Jessica Yaniv was the one who was complaining that a waxing service wouldn't wax her genitalia, was chucking a tantrum over it. First major case of trans discrimination in retail in Canada, the tribunal rejected her initial complaints in 2019. It turns out she was a bit of a predator for other reasons, but just because somebody is a predator doesn't mean everybody in that group. It's the same, like, honestly, to put it in perspective. This is going to sound bad. I'm trying to think of a good example now, actually. I was going to say, like, it's going to sound bad because the idea is I was going to make a comparison. Now I can't fucking think of one. If we take it racial. If one person of a certain race commits a crime, do you strip the rights of everyone else in that race? No, you don't. Oh my god, finally an article that actually I heard about Gabby Tuft. I have absolutely no idea. I have no real clue about Gabby Tuft. Yeah, honestly, J-Salt, you've nailed it on the head. Good comparison is most rapists are men, but most men aren't rapists. Exactly. We should obviously be educating men and trying to teach them to be better people and not rape. But most men are not rapists. There you go. Easy done. You don't say all races are bad because one person in race bad. Exactly. So former WWE superstar Gabby Tuft comes out as transgender. What's really neat about the way they did this, about the way she did this, is she started a 10-day countdown on her Instagram, posting different photos, and eventually did a coming out post. Really cool way to do it, honestly. But former WWE superstar Gabby Tuft said she left the house and walked with her head up high for the first time Thursday after she came out as transgender. She cried when she recalled the moment. I felt so happy, she told NBC News. My hair wasn't in my face and I wasn't clenching my fists and hiding my nails. It just felt so amazing. That's some good shit. Yeah, ew. And no, all lives don't matter. Fuck cops. Can we get some 1312s in the chat? Let's keep it up with the 1312s. Can we get some 1312 ACABs in the chat? I wouldn't mind getting a 1312 tattoo, honestly. Get it like right across here, like a big thick font. ACAB. Oh my god, you guys are getting auto-modded. You're getting auto-modded for ACAB. That's fucking hilarious. Assigned cop at birth. 1312 is ACAB. Auto-modded for the truth. Evil has been in this world from the beginning and it's always going to be there. There's no point trying to reason with these people that only want to bring evil in the world. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. Queen of the Seventh Realm. Welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink and chill out with us. Let them burn. Burn the cops. Why are you bringing BLM into my chat, by the way? We're talking about a trans WWE, former WWE wrestler. The fuck does that have to do with anything? I mean, it's Black History Month, and obviously I'm a supporter of Black Lives Matter, and obviously I think we should. I've been considering this, like, I need to do a discussion about this sort of thing, but at the same time I feel like it is not my place personally to discuss black issues. I would rather have
Welcome to
the people.
Rogue Room.
You're gonna follow me now after getting a timeout. Okay, welcome to the Rogue Room. Sit down, grab a drink, and chill out with us quietly over in the corner. I do support BLM, obviously, but I feel like the issue that I have is I can't really talk heavily on black issues, black rights issues, and I should leave that to the voices that are experienced in that area. I don't want to go and start giving my opinion. Obviously, racism bad, and I believe that the civil rights of especially African Americans are being trodden on.
Thank you for your
Chaotic
membership.
Corn.
Please
Subscribe for
enjoy all
3
the
months in
delights of the
advance.
Subscriber Lounge.
That's fucking awesome. Thank you so kindly, you fucking legend. Anywho, as I was saying, it's like, yeah, I would rather just, say outright, I am an ally to BLM. It's tremendous. It's kind of an insult to the black community that they put Black History Month in February, which, by the way, is the shortest month of the year, in case you forgot. But at any rate, on that subject, though, I will let the educated and experienced voices speak on those issues at length. I will absolutely unequivocally state my support for BLM, but I feel like I am not educated enough on that topic yet I am going into sociology, and I dare say we are going to study some of that kind of stuff, which may give me the capacity to speak on it from the perspective of a sociologist. I'm going to be a sociologist. Yeah, dog whistles. So let me just break this down for a second. Let me just do this. All lives matter. You're another evil to this world. So all lives matter, except people like me? Oh no, not the dastardly trans. Moist Taco, I totally approve of your pride heart. For the record, friend. It's not BHM on Turfine. Well, no, it's BHM in America. So Twitch is obviously celebrating it because Amazon's an America company. It is LGBTQIA plus awareness month. Really? Over there? That's interesting that is happening. Maybe that's why Philosophy Tube released her video in this month. Wet ass taco. Auto-modded for sexual. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Dude. Philosophy Tube. The video left me in tears. Genuinely. Wet ass tacos. I want some tacos now. Thanks for that, you dickheads. I want tacos. It's my star sign. One of those fairy lights over there, I reckon. Whatever the fuck those are. Abigail. We stand Abigail Thorne, not Abigail Shapiro. Yes, I have a crush. Shut up, she's pretty. Anyway, but we don't stand her viewpoints. I can save her. I can save her. Just don't encourage me. Anyway, have I heard of Geordie Sparkles? I'm about to. Who is Geordie Sparkles? Well, that didn't help me much. No. Who is Geordie Sparkles? Enlighten me. We're not doing Horny Jail anymore. I got rid of that. Jim Stephanie Sterling. Fucking amazing. I love the way... Do we call them they or she? Because they've come out as trans feminine non-binary. Non-binary gender trash, which is the best gender descriptor I've ever heard, to be quite honest with you. A trash girl from the gender dumpster. But yeah, I think she refers she or they. That's amazing. My heart is warm. When trans folks come out and they're just proud to be themselves and they show the world their truth, their reality. Hi Fluffy, how you doing? How's it hanging? What are we laughing at, Corn, by the way? Please enlighten me. Yeah, you love to see it. We love to see it. More trans folks coming out, please. Come out of the closet. We love you. We appreciate you. Peg me. No, you gotta wait for Resident Evil Village. You get the pegging scene. Steven Crowder, easily. Anyone who puts out a shirt that says socialism is for fags and then hides a fig leaf over the A to try to make that the joke is demonstrably a worse person. Steven Crowder is an absolute fucking pussy, an absolute coward, and his comedy leaves a lot to be desired. He is absolutely... I mean, don't get me wrong, Ben Shapiro is bad too, but Steven Crowder is demonstrably worse. Anyone could take Shapiro. I should actually react to a Steven Crowder video on stream one day. Is it normal to hate your accent? I mean, it's normal to hate things about you, to be quite honest with yourself. If you dislike facets of who you are, that's just normal. It's something we all deal with, I think, and it's something we all struggle with. And you can try to fix it if you want. I mean, there are obviously numerous things about myself that I would change if I had the opportunity. I'd spend a lot of money changing parts of my face, getting the vocal surgery, getting fat no, we're not doing that again. You love Aussie accents? I love Aussie accents. Aussie accents are pretty cool. Not gonna lie. 8-year amalgamation of Asian, English, and Chinese accents. Yeah, it's understandable. Pepto-Bismol? For me. Fat honkers. The trolls are... Yeah, I mean, are they trying hard? It doesn't seem like they've been trying that hard, honestly. You guys are really pathetic. I'm gonna throw that out there, like, is this the best that you could bring out today? Friends, I'm 31. Guys, really? Like, this is awful. Oh, yeah, true. Sorry, Blue Knight. We probably shouldn't be talking about age. I generally don't like to touch the age topic on... I mean, I will freely admit I'm 31. That's fine. However, it is a tricky topic because it can... If, for example, someone were to announce they were under the age of 18, that could put my channel at risk. Gonna travel after travel restrictions lessons. I wish I could. I would love to. I want to go to Japan. Jesus Christ, dude. If you're gonna troll an Aussie, gotta bring your A game. We're used to stupid bullshit. What time is it? 11:47. Okay. I'm getting pretty fucking tired now. I've had 2 teas. So I am now officially on par with Richie 2 teas. I wonder if he's live. I did raid him recently, so I won't do it again. I do wonder if he's live though. He's been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla recently. I am honestly like mildly intrigued by Assassin's Creed Valhalla just simply for the Viking aesthetic. But I know Assassin's Creed is not that good. Honestly, it's not that good. It's particularly milquetoast in this day and age, and I just don't want to give it the time of day. Don't engage with them, yeah. They say this shit to screenshot it and report it. What a bunch of losers. And that's the motherfucking tea, sis. Play Valheim instead. You know what sucks is I played Rune 2 recently, and I got that for free as a promo. I played it for about an hour, 2 hours maybe, and it was fucking sinfully bad. Truly an absolute fucking nightmare. Would I collab with Waraha 187? I don't know what they do. What do they do? I'm looking them up now. They do variety. They say they do variety, whatever that means. I mean, I generally would only collab with folks who want to do discussion streams, is my focus. If I were to do a collab at any point in the not too distant future, I would like to collab with people like, and this is not going to happen, but Pixel Smixel is kind of awesome. I want to have Grizzly Gaming on to chat. I am going to collab with him at some point. I'm going to have to slide in his DMs again and just be like, we've been trying to do this Dark Souls 3 stream for a bit. Maybe we should organize it. Who else? I'm just looking at my follows list at the moment. I want to talk to Cat's Kitchen. Jordan Rasco, honestly. I'd love to have a conversation with Jordan Raskopoulos. I did try to talk with Pinippy. Who else? Richie. I want to have Richie on as a collab guest. But again, all of these would be specifically discussion-focused streams. And the issue, of course, is everyone's schedules need to line up. So, who else? Who else would I approach for a convo? On Wikipedia. I use Wikipedia all the time. Do you think I have any actual values or education? I just look up Wikipedia articles. I don't know anything. You can sit back now, you can chill out, you can relax a bit. Oh my god, my guitar is stuck. What the fuck, dude? I can't play this, by the way, just for the record. I'm not a guitarist. Actually, I shouldn't have these up. I am on Wikipedia. No, I'm not. Abigail Beck, Rogue Bitch, is not on Wikipedia. I'm trying to... yeah, can you link it? I don't know if you could hear that at all. It's not plugged in. I wouldn't mind actually getting an adapter for my guitar that plugs into my computer and then get a program where I could record my guitar to my computer. That'd be an interesting idea. Looking for ways to support Abby beyond the stream? Somebody buy me a backdrop. Somebody buy me a backdrop on my Amazon wishlist. Or a book. I got books on there, I got tech on there. LMMS, what's LMMS? What was I talking about? Because it makes it look as if the streamer condones that behavior and Twitch is useless. They don't bother to check. True. Look it up. Okay. That doesn't exist. Also, you just put my name in chat. Don't do that. That's not on. That's just an empty page. That doesn't actually link to anything. Sharing platform. Digital audio works. Oh, cool. That's a neat idea. Anywho, what's the time? It's 11:53. I should probably head to bed shortly. What do you folks got on for the tomorrow? For the tomorrow? What do you folks got on for tomorrow? This is why people have usernames on the internet, by the way. But I'm such an open book and a fucking idiot, so it's not surprising that I'm a dumb fuck. Getting your first T-shot? Fuck yes. Glad to hear it. It's awesome. Oh, you know what? I know who we can raid tonight. Tonight we're going to go visit Hometown Green, who is playing some motherfucking Stardew Valley. So let me just slap this in here. We're going to go say hi to Hometown Green. Thank you so kindly, everybody, for hanging out tonight. You've been lovely. You've been legends. You've been awesome. You've been amazing. Except the trolls, they can go fuck themselves, of course, naturally. They can go stick my dildo up their ass. Full disclosure. Yes, I'm leaving already. I'm sorry. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's been really good. It's been good chat. It's been good times. It's been nice to have you here. You folks have been so lovely. Dildo in ass. got blocked. I will be live tomorrow at 9 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time. My light's gone out again, you fucking fuck. I think I need to replace that. God damn it. I haven't had that long. Anyway, here's my outro scene. I'm going to work on some of my pixel art really soon. Should we do a pixel art stream in the not too distant future? Because I want to overhaul some of my graphics and I have some ideas that I would like to do, and I wouldn't mind showing you how I do it. So that could be a thing. We'll start a Just Chatting stream in the not too distant future, and we'll switch over to art, and I'll do a pixel art stream. Thank you everybody for being here. You've been lovely. I love your faces, and I will see ya when I'm looking at ya.